Talk to the punters, guys. Get your ass over here now, Archie. Start the show, big boy. Hey, guys, ArchieLuxury. We're on the greatest show on earth. Greatest show on earth. Let's run the introduction. We want to run the intro. That's right, guys. Quick, fast intro. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury channel. How are you biker Roonies today, guys? It's all cool. Guys. I want to talk to you about your hobby, your passion, the watches, the wrist watches. And one thing I like to do when I got some nice watches is to photograph the sons of bitches. That's right, guys. I like to photograph them because let's face it, what's the point in having this fancy stuff? You want to take some photos to send to your friends, the groups. You know what I'm saying, don't you? You want all this shit to be working well. That's what you want to do, man. You want to get it working. And that is exactly why, you want to get a reasonable camera. Now, I got to tell you something, guys. I don't know if you guys are camera aficionados or not, but, you know, I very, very, very sadly there, I had my stuff, as you know, I had my shit stolen, which, yeah, let's not keep going on about it. I got some insurance. Anyhow, I decided, you know, I want to get a new camera. I didn't want a camera. I actually was offered a replacement to my old camera from a friend of mine who had one came up. And I thought, you know what? I don't want to fucking buy secondhand camera. All my cameras were new. I want new. I don't want to buy secondhand. I mean, I don't mind buying secondhand wristwatches. Actually, I insist. But when it comes to a camera, it's kind of like it's got digital rot. Like this shit, it ages so fucking fast. You know, it goes at it's like it's worse than car depreciation. You know, you think car depreciation is fucking terrible. Well, you wait until you see. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury channel. Today, guys, I'm going to show you my new camera. It really you know, it just really sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. New camera. I like cameras. You know, they're a cool thing to play with. I like them a lot because I think photography, it lets you, you know, it lets you play with the light. You want to capture your kind of your shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think a good camera, like you can use your smartphone. Smartphones are really fucking good. But I'll show you the camera I got there, guys. I'll show you the camera. And I love the retro. I love retro shit. Look at that. And I got the mustard. It's called, what's it called? It's called, what's the color called? Mustard yellow. Mustard yellow. What a cool color. Mustard yellow. You know what I mean? I love it. Just vintage. It's vintage. And it's the Nikon Zfc Zfc. That's what the camera is called. The Nikon Zfc. And I got to be totally honest with you. It's not as good as the previous cameras I had, which were DSLR. So these are actually called a mirrorless camera. Now you might say, what the fuck is all this shit I'm talking about? Well, it goes back to the old film days where they had in this part here was a pyramid, which was a mirror. You hear a shutter, tick, click, tick, click. That was the mirror going up and down. Whereas on this camera here, you may have a viewfinder. You may have a viewfinder. We'll just take this photo here. You may have it's kind of a, whereas it actually, this camera is it's a fully digital camera. And it's not a full frame. It's not as good as Timmy's camera. Timmy's got a Sony, a beautiful Sony. But that's not what I was after. I don't want to make, the thing I like about it is I like the retro shit. It's light. And it's got a screen which I can vlog with and see myself as I'm recording, that's basically all I wanted. It was pretty fucking simple, cowboy. Pretty simple. So that's all I really wanted in a camera. So I'm going to give it a shot. I got some photos. I will show you. I've been fucking around with it. Obviously, this camera here is what you call it's a system camera, because the lens comes off and you can put other lenses on. See, that's the whole point of this camera here. It's what you call a system camera, and that's because it comes off like this. So system camera itself, you change your lenses for different shit you want to do. And I think you got to have a camera that does, oh, fuck me dead. Why did I turn that off? Okay. So system camera itself is, you want to have different lenses. That's focal lengths. You have different lenses, and it's a really fun thing. So that's what I did. I got that in. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't expensive, but it wasn't cheap. And yeah, the biggest thing I had to buy was, do you buy the macro lens? Do you go cheap or do you not go cheap? And I thought, oh, fuck, what do I do? And I thought, you know what, fuck this. Just buy the fucking lenses I want. Buy the fucking glass you need, then you can have the fun with the toys, you know? So that's kind of what I did there. It's an interesting, do I like it or not? What do I think of it? Nikon. It's a Nikon camera. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Where's the fucking cables? Does it give you cables anymore? They not come with cables. Fuck. So I mean, look, that's a system camera. That's what I bought. Okay. Now Hoff was saying to me, Archie, he was saying, Hoff told me to buy. Hoff told me, Hoffmeister, you know Hoff. Hoff said, get the Fuji. And I was thinking about the Fuji. Fuck me dead. Why isn't this fucking thing slides in? I was thinking about the Fuji, but I thought, you know what? Fuck it. We should read that book later on. You know that? That'll tell me how to do things with it. I got to tell you, the Hoffmeister, he's a good friend. Hoff, you know, because he works in the music industry. Oh, that's what it is. He works in the music industry. He said to me to get the Fuji. Fuji was a little bit more expensive. Why didn't I get the Fuji? Why didn't I get the Fuji? Maybe I should have got the fucking Fuji. You know that, but look, it doesn't matter. It's too late now, sunshine. I've already bought the Nikon. Look, I like the retro. The Fuji was a bit retro too. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. It was very cool. And I got to be honest with you. I want to take good photos of what I want to photograph is the fucking watches. I love my watches because, you know, I think part of the fun in this hobby has always, what the fuck is wrong with these glasses? Part of the hobby fun. The fun in the hobby is to, how the fuck does that work? Good fun in this hobby is to take photos and share them with people. I like to do that, man. That's what I like to do, is sharing photos with people. I like it. I like it a lot. That's what I want to do, man. I want to share the results with people. And that ain't always easy. You know what I mean? Fuck me dead. Fucking things that work with this thing. So you know what, guys? That's basically what's happened to my. That's what I did there. We got a super chat in here. We got some super chats coming in fast and furious. Here we go. Patek Philippe, $5. $5. Hello, Patek Philippe. $5. And Patek Philippe says, "Good morning, AC3. Long-time viewer, first-time caller. Thoughts on the Patek 5208 lugs, complications, and your thoughts on the instantaneous perpetual calendar." Let's call this fucker up. Let's get this fucker up on the screen. 5208R. Let's get this baby. Holy fuck. That is a beautiful watch. Beautiful watch indeed. Let's bring this baby up on the screen. Let's see what we think of it. I got to be honest with you. I'm not quite familiar with this reference. And that's because you look at the photo of it. It's a fucking minute repeater. Minute repeater. Perpetual calendar. Holy fuck. It's one of the grand complications. Let's see what these fuckers say about it. At Hourglass. It's a grand complication. What does it say it is? It is a automatic 42 mil. It's a chronograph. Fuck, chronograph. Minute repeater. Instantaneous perpetual calendar with day-night indicator. Fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. Small seconds and moon phase. Fuck me dead. That's a fuck me dead. What is an instantaneous perpetual calendar? Instantaneous. What does that mean? Instantaneous perpetual. What the fuck is? How is that different to a normal? Perpetual instantaneous. What the fuck do they mean by instantaneous? It doesn't say. Doesn't say. Instantaneous. Instantaneous. I don't know exactly what they fucking harping at there, but what do I think? Fucking got a minute repeater. A minute repeater. They are big money. By the way, I gave you, Patek Philippe, I gave you the book on Patek minute repeaters because I'll never be able to fucking afford that shit. I can't afford that shit. I can't afford that. Now, let's have a look at another reference. Now, we've got another super chat. Super chat, super chat. Where have you been? We've got another obscure Patek. We got a 5374-300P-001. What the fuck me, Dad? What is Holy fuckaroonie. What the fuck? That's a perpetual. I can tell it's perpetual because it's got double function registers. Minute repeater, you can tell by this lever on the side. And it's covered in fucking diamonds. What the fuck is Chrono 24 on that say? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Plus Chrono. Let's see what Chrono's the. I mean, where else would you see this fucking thing? How much is it on Chrono? I don't know if they even have one on there, but let's have a look. Let's have a look, fuckaroonies. 6.6 million. Fuck! Fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. $6 million fucking dollars. Jesus Christ. Talk about expensive. Holy fuck. Who the hell can afford that sort of shit? Fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. What? That is bloody expensive. Fuck me dead. Who the hell can afford this shit? My God. Where do you get this from? That's something I've fuck me dead. That is fuck me dead. That's expensive. We've got another super chat. Patek Philippe again, $5. Sent a link of some off-catalog Rolex to your WhatsApp. Pull that shit up and let me know if it's so you. Okay, good point. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at this stuff here. Off-catalog. And I'll dump this over here. Holy fuck. This is from Millinery Watches. Let's call this baby up. It's coming on the screen. Fuck me dead. What do you think of this shit? Fuck. I like the yacht. See, the thing is, the problem is when you get into this sort of level of stuff, can you even use this shit? Does it even work? You know what I mean? Like, does it, what do you use it? See, the GMT, can you even use it as a GMT? Because you can't even see it because of the diamond. See, the bezel it's covered in diamonds. Do rich people need to know the time? What time is it? Whatever fucking time I say it is. This is for Jesus, you know? See, that's the problem. It's kind of destroyed the purpose of it. These are VIPs, big ego. Oh, see, these here, I know someone. See, that doesn't appeal to me because I'm not Middle Eastern. Mind you, if they were Ukrainian, I wouldn't really care either because I don't even speak Ukrainian. Platona, Middle Eastern. See, I just want the standard one. I don't even want that one. Middle Eastern only with diamonds. Fuck, look at that. The green, not really my cup of tea. Look at these things here. I mean, they're beautiful. See, the Middle Eastern stuff, I'm not Middle. If you're Middle Eastern heritage, I suppose it would be cool. Rich fuckers, Middle East. Interesting stuff, really. Now we got a super chat here. Patek Philippe, $5, and he says sent a link of some. No, we did that one. Patek Philippe, $5. Instantaneous perpetual calendar means everything on the calendar functions. It doesn't, because normally it can take several hours for it to get in the zone. It's like having sex with a wife, you know, after we got to get ready. The moon's got to align with this. Got you. Fuck, that's interesting. And we've got Patek Philippe, $5. What is the Cartier to get when you are trying to fit in at the Tattersalls, but you want bang per buck? You know what? I would say really Tattersalls. I don't like these private clubs. I don't know if do I need to join a private club? Do I need to join a private club? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Do I need to? I don't know. I think I'd buy a Pasha. Remember the one they had with the crosshatch? Fuck me dead. Look at this. I like the blue. Sapphire. My God. Look at this stuff. And we've got my friend from HR department. Hello, HR department. How are you?
Archibald Chesterfield III. I'm very good. How are you keeping, my friend?
Hello.
Can you hear me, Arch?
Actually, I like the rainbow. Rainbow with...
Hey,
how are
Archie.
you?
I'm good, Arch. How are you, mate?
How are you? Hello?
Arch, can you hear me?
How are you going, my friend?
I'm good. Is there a really bad delay or something?
Yeah, your line is terrible. Your internet's terrible.
I'm on full bar. I'll jump on later then, big boy.
I don't know what. Oh, that's no good. I'm really sinking. I need you on, man. I like this green. That green is fucking beautiful. Look at that. The lapis lazuli. I like that. I quite like that. That's pretty cool. Here we go. We've got a super chat in here. Yankee Doodle, $2. Profile a person who wears a 5127. J. That's the yellow gold one. Yellow gold. 5127. Profile a person who wears a 5127. Let's have a look there. So that's the watch I used to have. I had a 5127, but I always had it in white gold. The J is the yellow gold version. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful Calatrava. Obviously, most people who would buy this would be middle-aged, have good money, very good money, and it's what can I say, guys? It's a beautiful watch, that's for sure. We've got HR department here.
Hey, big boy, is that better?
Yeah, it's a lot better. That's perfect. How are you been, my friend?
Oh, so I tell you what, I've been having the time of my life. I had a wonderful Christmas, a good New Year. I've got a week off work, and I'm off next week as well. I've got a forest retreat booked for the family.
A forest retreat, man, that's fantastic. You're taking your son?
No, my daughter, Arch.
Sorry, you've got a daughter. That's right.
No problem.
Tell me this: are you into photography? I bought a camera for myself yesterday.
I'm not at all. However, my dad had a Nikon something or other.
Okay.
But Arch, come on, let's talk watches. Look, I need to ask you a question. I'm going to be diving into the kids' water park. Do I wear the Datejust 41 or do I wear the Explorer 2? Tell me, Arch. I need some guidance from the pontiff.
You can wear whatever you like. I would take the Explorer 2. That's a great watch. You need to get a Submariner. We have spoke about this. There is a we need to get you a Submariner. That's what you need to get, is a Submariner. A Submariner.
Yeah. Well, I've been speaking to Jake the Yuppie, and I've been looking at his day date. I've got to say that day date is beautiful, Arch.
Hey, I'm just going to run something for 1 minute. I'll be back. Just give me 1 minute, okay?
What? I'm running the stream. Fight me dead, Arch.
I tell you what, I'm going to run an advertisement and I'll be right back, okay?
All right. Let's have a quick look at the peanut gallery. You need to get a sub.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US. Look down in the description. $50 US. I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube. Because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small, specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for that, Arch. Let's have a quick look at the peanut gallery, Fikers. You need a bar of Sanister if you're going to jump in the kiddie pool.
How are you, my friend?
Arch, I'm good. I've got to be honest. This stream has been A grade recently. The Marcello drama, Angelic jumping on the other day. It's great to see you, Ange. It's been brilliant.
Did you enjoy that?
Honest to God, Arch, this has been so entertaining.
Can you tell it's fabricated?
Don't ruin my dreams, Arch.
Okay. That's okay. Just
Don't
asking.
ruin them. How you say, go screw up yourself.
Yeah, Marcello's actually a paid actor. I don't know if you know this. He does a lot of porn videos. Yeah, he does a lot of porn. Adult AV, it's called. AV in Japan is what they call it. He does a lot of AV in Japan. He works as a stunt cock.
Ah, I see. I understand.
Stunt cock. You know stunt cocks?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, with the Marcello thing itself, there, I got to be totally honest with you, man. It's all good news. You know what I mean? And look, I got to be honest with you. What do you think of someone who wears this Patek? Senior management, what would they be? Fuck me dead. 5127. Fuck. It is just. I'm a little bit. The only thing that pains me is I owned a white gold one. I think it looks.
Arch, let me do a reverse soul reading. Arch, let me do a reverse soul reading on this. So the company I work at, sort of person that would wear this would be a bold man with a bit of a goatee beard, but it doesn't really connect very well. They'd have beige chinos on that don't cover the ankles, and maybe some kind of black loc
what sort
shoes.
Of disciplinary problems do they have? What
drinking on the job, intoxicated, probably fondling Karen in accounts. So not a very good record, to be honest, Arch.
Fondling Karen. What if you get caught fondling Karen in accounts? Is that instant dismissal or what is that?
It should be gross misconduct, some summary dismissal. It should be, Archibald. But of course, there's politics involved in the company. But Arch, I've got to be honest, this watch, these Pateks do nothing for me. What's the draw? Tell me, Arch.
Just a finely made, beautifully. Okay, you either get it or you don't. So profile a person, I'd say middle-aged with money. We've got Patek Philippe here. I've got another super chat. Patek Philippe, $2. Profile a bogan who wears a 5107G. ArchieLuxury! It's a great watch. In all honesty, I really, I thought these were so beautiful. These were so fucking beautiful. 5107.
Can I give you one of my
beautiful? Look at that, absolutely beautiful. I miss.
Remember when you had Zane on the show and he said 7 identical Fikers.
Here we go. Got another super chat. Patek Philippe, $5. Archie, he's a stand-in actor, supposed to look like a shadow of the real self, similar to Horatio Paul Pluta in the present versus the real big boy.
Patel, I don't know who the real big boy is. I don't know. All right, Patel, for God's sake.
Tell me this: what's happening in your world? What watches are you wearing? You've got the you have got the Explorer 2 Black 42. You got the Datejust. That's the 41 mil steel with the. Is that the blue dial? I'm trying to remember.
It's the blue dial, white gold fluted bezel, oyster bracelet. And Arch, I've got to tell you one thing.
By the way, how's your mum?
My mum's brilliant.
Hello, Mikey. We've got Mike the Snake joining us here.
Mike the Snake.
I fucking own a Porsche.
Oh, Mikey, full screen. You own a Porsche? Mikey, what's happened?
Porsche.
Mikey, can you show it us? Can we go outside and have a look?
No, it's going to be a couple days before I drive it home, but I've got.
Oh, got the skips. Smog was okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I'm just waiting for. I got to meet up with the guy to get the paper, but yeah, the smog is done deal. Everything's paid.
Do you mind if can you give us an indication of what price the car was? I have no idea.
If you type into Google and say, what is the average price? Just literally type in the question. What is the average price for a 1979 Porsche 930? And it will pull up and give you a number of 139,000. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm getting it for less than half that.
Okay. It's still a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It's fucking everything I got and then some. But I got it. It's mine now. It's in my fucking name. I own that motherfucker. Fucking own a Porsche. I fucking own a Porsche. I'm fucking one happy camper, man.
How's that deal, Mike? And it's not a fucking. What do you think of Boxster owners? You think Boxster's bad?
Boxsters are cool cars. Mid-engine's a superior layout. But Porsche has perfected the rear engine layout, since 1968 or 65 or whenever the first 911 came out. So, and it's their flagship model. So over the years, they've done everything to fix all of the rear engine issues that 911s used to have. So the newer ones are as dream handling as any other car. Now the 930, the old cars still had the old 911 attributes, which were, rear engine, tail heavy car. So you had to drive them differently. You had to basically set them into the turn. And once they were set, you then counter steered like you do when you're riding a motorcycle. So you turn left.
I got a super chat. I got to answer this here. Patek Philippe, $10. Archie, tell HR a few of the pieces you were wearing when you got canned from various high-profile positions, and Big Boy to say if he would be phased by any during the termination. I remember one time I was getting fired, right? They told me that they had ended my services. My services were no longer needed. And I remember I was wearing my 5107 Calatrava. I just down at it, right? And they said, "Oh, excuse me, are you in a hurry for something? Why are you looking like they're indicating, are you in a hurry?" Right?
Go on.
And I just said, I was just looking at my Patek Philippe because you don't have one and I do, and it's a thing of beauty. And that was it. That's what I said.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, Arch.
Well done, Mikey.
Well done, Mikey. Look at that.
Good on you, mate. I'm glad you got it.
Certificate of authenticity. Yeah.
Very quickly, Patek Philippe, $5. Mike the Snake, congratulations on the 930 acquisition. please sing us the jingle again? Can we please hear the jingle? I got the Porsche. I've got to. Please sing it. Please sing the song.
Fucking on a Porsche. Fucking on a Porsche. Fucking on a Porsche. Fucking on a Porsche. And I'm getting custom plates that are gonna hopefully say MTS.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
No.
Chingao! Chingao!
Now I already used Chingao on a different motorcycle that I think is still active, so I can't reuse Chingao unless I spell it in a way that people probably won't recognize it as Chingao.
Motorcycle is different to a car plate.
Mike, is Coda still alive?
True.
Sing along. Sing it for us. Sing it for us.
No, I'm done singing. That's it.
Mikey, I think your aeroplane's trying to fly away.
What's that? My airplane?
It looks like it's trying to fly away in the background.
In the background, is it blowing in the wind?
Mike, I think your diabetic beta bleeper's going off. Can you turn it off?
Oh,
It's
is my
not.
beeper?
It's not. He's teasing you.
You're
Guys,
getting sugar
I
that might get excited.
I wanted to show you something. Everyone, I got a new camera. You know that. You're not too enthused. Can I show you a photo? Can I please show you a photo? Because it's all about results.
Yeah, pull it up, big boy.
This is
By the way,
photo I took as
To
a
all
sample.
the naysayers,
at
sorry
that.
to interrupt. Oh, beautiful.
That's a good
What do you
photograph.
think of that? What do you
That's
think
really-
of that?
That's a really good photograph.
Just watch his garbage. This is garbage. Go get a day date. Come on, man.
I thought
doesn't
you
matter,
said
but
this had 3 subdials, Arch.
It does.
Where's
It
the
does.
other one?
Here.
That's
Arch, is that a super clone?
They don't clone Zeniths, that's for sure. I can tell you that.
No.
Oh, do you know that's- oh, yeah, I can see it. It's got an hand on it, and it.
Yeah, so that's an independent
Yes, sir.
second hands. That's the independent second. So that works. I'm wearing that watch. So all I'm trying to say is, man, you want to do photography. I bought the camera. I'm actually really happy because I had the cameras all stolen as well. And I part of me for watch, see, I like to bring up a photo. If I've got a beautiful camera, I can photograph one of my watches or one of the watches I see in my travels and bring it on the screen. Can you see how that could be a great tool?
It would be a great tool, Arch, if it was a great watch. You know this?
Yes, sir. But you get what I'm saying, don't you? You understand what I'm saying, Danny, don't you?
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think you took a really good photograph here.
Well, that's
Really?
just a sample. No, that's just with the macro lens. No, that's a macro lens.
I don't understand all these lenses, Arch.
Okay, it's a special lens to take close-ups, and you can actually really, really zero into the like one dial.
Ah, yeah, without it blurring. Oh, that's
You see
good.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Arch,
that's
don't
really
tell
good.
me you've actually bought this watch. Come on. I thought you were the pontiff. Was
Can
this
you
Archie
actually-
Luxury or
I
Archie
got to tell you, man,
Mediocrity?
I absolutely love this watch. You know, I would even go as far as to say this: if I was on a budget, let's face it, if money was terrible,
But you're not,
you
Arch.
have
You're
to-
not. Come on, Arch.
I would actually keep the Zenith. The Zenith could be my one and done.
This
And
And if I
watch
was
is
Mikey,
this watch is
I was-
garbage.
yeah, I just got a Porsche. 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 If I had a Porsche, I'd fucking buy this Zenith. You know why?
Even this one with a rusted hand on your subdial.
The reason
back
why
in
you
the
buy it,
cars,
Arch, is because the Porsche you buy is so old that it's all rusting. So you'd have no money left to buy a day date. You know this?
Yeah. Fortunately, this my particular Porsche.
You know
has
what, Mikey?
no
Mikey, you
rust.
get the Tag Heuer. I found the watch for you, by the way, too.
Yeah, the caliber 11 Tag Heuer.
No,
is
it's a
one
special
I want.
version. But Mikey, can you listen to
You
me
talking
for
about
1
the
minute?
Golf colored one?
Yeah.
That is only the jacket that McQueen
Yeah.
wore in Gulf colors.
Mikey, I am
The
a bit
real one.
concerned. Mikey,
The
I'm
real-
concerned. You're falling asleep on stream, yet you've just bought a supercar. Surely your insurance must be through the roof. I don't want you falling asleep at the wheel, big boy.
Don't worry about that. Thank you.
Now we got another super chat here. Super chat.
and
Hey,
insurance is insanely cheap.
Super chat, super chat.
Patek Philippe, $5. If you caught AC3 watching porn in the office, would you be surprised, energized, or indifferent?
I'd be energized and I'd join in.
Found porn at work? Have you had to deal with that?
No. It does. I don't think it happens that much. Where I work in quite nice places, though, Arch. So I'm very lucky.
It's the ones you least to suspect. But Yankee Doodle, $2. My own iPhone takes better photos than my DSLR. Well, Yankee, stop. Let me explain something to you, okay? You think that. However, it's all about the lenses. Do you have a macro lens on your DSLR? And the next thing is, you've got to, let me tell you something. It's about physics. The sensor on a smartphone, okay, look at this. This is a smartphone. The sensor is the size of it's the size of that pin, this spring bar thing. The sensor
what
in
happened to
a
loudmouth
camera is this big, size of a matchbox. So it is physically, even though it may appear to you because of electronic zoom and that the iPhone is taking better photos, there is no comparison. A camera with a big sensor will always beat a smartphone. So it may appear that way, Yankee, but that's possibly because you don't know what you're doing on your DSLR. And what DSLR have you got? Crop sensor, full frame? Please, Yankee Doodle, tell me the model and what lens you're using, and I'll tell you my opinion.
Archie.
Dirk Stigler, the Stigler. By the way, I've got the smartphone with the best camera is actually, this here is a, this is the Google Pixel 8 Pro. That's got a 50 megapixel, but it doesn't, the photos are never going to be as good as, the sensor is so small, it can't capture, even though it's 50 megapixel, it can't capture what a camera can capture because the sensor is so small. We're going to super chat here. Super chat. Dirk Diggler, $2. HR is mad that Karen asked me to fondle her.
Oh, get out of it, Dirk. Look at your picture. You got some chronic illness there. Karen doesn't want anything to do with you. She's into me, mate.
Here we go. We got a super chat. Patek Philippe, $5. Which of these watches has the best chance to make an IWC engineer style comeback? Breitling Navitimer, Panerai Luminor, or JLC Reverso? Which of these has the best chance to make an IWC engineer style comeback?
Maybe Breitling.
Navitimer is not out, but was that out? That's always been in, hasn't it?
It were in early 2000s and then went out a bit, didn't it?
I could see Panerai making a comeback for sure.
You know what? I want to get a gold Panerai. That's what I'd love to get, is a gold Pam.
I'd be happy with just a 44 millimeter, 8 days hand wind with just a standard layout with the sandwich style.
I've got a Porsche. I've got a Porsche.
Hey, Mikey, did you tell the community that you got a Porsche before you came onto this show?
What community?
Did you go on Tim Wright's show and tell them first, or are we the first persons to know?
No, you're the first people.
So you're going to go on their stream after,
I did put a loudspeaker on top of my car, and I drove around all of the whole town screaming it.
So after this, you're going to go on Tim's stream and tell him?
No, I'm not going on any other stream and telling it, other than maybe the dungeon.
That's strange, because you used to go on that stream quite a lot, I remember. What's changed?
The dungeon? Or
No, Tim Wright's stream.
I didn't. I did not used to go on his stream on the regular. Maybe
Mike,
way back a year or two ago.
Come on, Mike. Don't blag it. We all know what happened. I just find it strange how now you've changed.
What happened?
You've been on the show. You've been on Artem's show. You know this.
I've been on the show once or twice, and I've been on the community channel once or twice in the last year.
Mike, you're lying. You're lying.
No, I'm not. Fuck you. I am not lying.
Hey,
Bullshit.
I'm not swearing at you, Mike. I'm not swearing at you. Let's have some respect on the Archie.
Give him some shit.
Hey, chat, I got to tell you something. That's
Well,
exactly.
don't accuse me of lying.
I like the way.
HR
is a professional. Just hang on a minute. HR is a professional. I like the way you do that. As soon as they start swearing, they've lost.
Yes, Mike. Try and control your anger.
I love this. HR, you know what I love about you?
Getting old.
No, it's not getting old, Mike. It's consistent with the narrative here, and I don't want you being aggressive to me. I'm showing you mutual respect here, yet you're swearing at me. Please explain why you've done that.
You're so good. You are so good. You are so good, HR.
Hey, Mikey, there's only one real answer to that question, Mikey. Do not be duped into this conversation. We treat this the way we treat narcs. Someone comes at you unfairly. The phrase that pays is "Go fuck yourself."
Go fuck it.
Yeah,
Hey,
there you go.
hey, Mark Goldberg, Marky.
Nice to
What
see
did you
John.
think? I yesterday after the show, I bought a camera. Now I didn't buy as expensive. I didn't buy the same camera I had before, but I actually like it. It's a lot of fun. And guess what, Marky?
Is it an SLR?
Retro? No, it's actually a mirrorless, full mirrorless camera,
Well,
right?
You know, listen, as recent events have proven, it's not the camera that counts, but the designer case that you purchase for it that's important.
Now, what I'm telling you is this is actually, you like mustard yellow. I got mustard yellow.
Yeah, but let's see the case. Have you ordered a case yet?
Yes,
That's
I have. I got a
very-
leather case. I got a pseudo.
Archie, I'll be
Pseudo.
back after camera chat. I'll come back after
Oh,
camera
come
chat.
on, come on. Don't,
It's
what I'm
fucking
gonna say to you
boring.
is,
Don't-
Marky, look at the results.
hell.
This is the results on the camera. This is with the macro. What do you think of that?
Yeah, no, that's really nice. The tourbillon, the open heart is nicely blurred out there.
Yeah.
That's,
Hogged
What
out
did you
nicely.
think?
feel like it's a
What
little
do you think?
blurry.
What do you
It's that
think? Is it
good.
beautiful?
It's that good. It's even picked hand up on subdial where it's rusty.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
you can almost see you can almost see the Salida movement through that open heart.
Marky,
You know,
Marky, are you
I
into
am-
photography at all, Marky? Are you into photography at all?
No.
On his OnlyFans.
I'm only into camera cases, not the actual camera or using the camera.
What's a camera case? Why camera
Well,
case?
you know, like if you could buy a Louis Vuitton case, you could buy an Hermes case, a Birkin case, a Birkin bag for your camera, and then I just carry an old like Kodak that I bought at a garage sale. But it's all about looking cool. It's not about the actual photography. It's about looking cool.
Cool.
Why
You're very
Photography-
cool. You know what?
photography's just
Mark,
too
you know
deep
what?
of a
If I
hole.
was as cool as you, I wouldn't need to buy any product. You
Oh,
know
you're
that?
far cooler than me. Look at you. Look
Yeah,
at
you're
look at-
fucking
look
cool,
at how
man.
cool
You're
you
fucking cool.
So
No,
Goldberg, the bag's worth more than the camera. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, you know, basically, we know how Archie rolls. He puts a little bit of money into the watch and a lot of money into the case. And I think that's probably got to be true of the cameras also. You know,
Yeah.
a case for you, a case for you, a case for Tan, a case for the Salida. Everybody,
Tan only gets broken ones that are going back together.
everybody gets it. What happened, HR? What happened, HR? I didn't offend you, did I?
No. But I was just waiting for Mike to reply to me.
All right. Well, I gave him the reply. Mike, follow the script, Mike.
No, I'm not going to swear anymore. Because
Oh, come on, you pussy!
Look what you did, HR. You fucked him up.
Come on, you pussy! Show me what you got.
Mike, keep swearing, Mike. I understand where you're coming from. Mike.
I honestly don't need to swear, but you know,
I think you should tell this HR guy what's what
at
because
this
he
point,
gives you a lot of shit.
I can't.
Even
Mike, even when I
think,
tell the truth, people
Mike,
accuse me of lying.
you come on the
so-
show, Mike. Listen. You come on the show. You come on the show and you say you're Archie's best friend. We've had this discussion before on the stream. Yeah, I've seen you over in the community show. I've seen you over on OC's channel, Tim's channel. The narrative isn't aligning. Yes, I have,
How many
Mike.
times?
I know.
How many
I know what
times?
I see.
How many times?
More times than I have fingers and toes combined.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Absolute 100%
They're about
bullshit!
See, you're
Bullshit!
cursing- you're
Bullshit!
cursing
Bullshit!
Mikey.
Bullshit! You stop right there! You're full of shit.
Mike, Mikey, you can't handle the truth.
I told you how to avoid this, Mike. Don't jump down the rabbit hole. Please remember, you only have one line in this movie. Say your line.
What is the line again?
Oh, for fuck's sake, how could you forget? Go fuck
I forgot
yourself. It's
Go
pretty
fuck yourself.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
there you
memorable.
go.
Well, listen,
I would if I could.
That's your line. And you
I've not been on Tim's stream.
Super
fucking-
chat. Super chat. We got
No, sorry, you're dead wrong, buddy.
Let's get it.
No, I'm dead right, big
Yeah,
guy.
super chat. We got some
Then,
super
then
chats
pull up
coming in here.
clips. Show me clips.
Clip.
Here we
Okay,
go.
I'll pull them up.
Hang on. We got
You
super
keep
chat.
talking,
Patek
man.
Philippe,
I'll pull it up.
$5. $5.
Yeah, pull them up with Jace.
$5. Archie, did you know Patek doesn't put the tall bullions only on the movement side and not on the dial side due to you? No, I didn't know that. Fuck.
Huh.
So
I
that
didn't know
means the
UV
tall,
affected
I didn't.
tourbillons.
You know, that's the biggest excuse I've ever heard for not cutting a fucking hole in the dial to show off the useless $100,000 complication. I mean, that really says everything about Patek. We really don't give a fuck about the customer. We do things our own way.
Now,
moreover, French, go fuck yourself.
$2. What millimeter macro lens, Arch? That's a good question. So the macro lens itself is actually, it's a 50 millimeter macro lens. Now, they had a 105 millimeter.
We need a macro lens right now. We can't.
Right?
There we go.
But I went for, it was cheaper. The 50 millimeter was cheaper, but the 50 on a crop sensor is like 75 millimeters. So it doubles as a portrait lens and a macro lens.
We're getting into penis length now.
So it's a good middle range lens to own.
No, it's a macro lens. No, it doubles. You can use it as a portrait and a macro. So
yeah, that's what I was just saying. It'll do double duty. It works as both. Like
HR says you didn't say that at all.
Both functions.
Now we've got so there we go. It's 50 millimeter.
You're
I went the cheaper
bollocks,
option.
Mike.
The other option was a couple $100 more. That was good enough
Look,
for me.
Look, Mike, even Dirk agrees. We'll pull
Patek
that super
Philippe,
chat.
$5. HR, did Jake the Puppy put you up to this performance review of Mike the Snake?
Patel, I've got to be honest here. I've just been observing of how Mike's been conducting himself on this channel. I just think it's disgraceful. I mean, look, we've got a super chat from Dirk outlining that he saw you on Tim and someone else's channel. Pull it up, Arch. There we go. And yet you're sat here, Mike. You're sat here denying it.
I was never on Tim and Marcelo's panel last week. I was never on Tim and Marcelo's panel.
You're sat here denying it, telling us about a Porsche. I think you need to bow down and kiss the ring.
No, you must have quit. Where's the clips?
I know where I've been, especially last
clips,
week.
and we ban Mike. No clips, and you go fuck yourself. This
Mike, you're talking bollocks, mate. Even Dirk is a reputable member of the AC3.
On a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
where's the clips? Where's the
show the clips? Show the clips.
All right, I'll compile it, Mike.
Yeah,
you won't be laughing then.
Listen,
okay, cool. Yeah.
We're gonna tar and feather Mike, and you can light the first match. How's that?
You know, you're just trolling me, man. Because I know for a fact I have not been on Tim's stream since the last time I went on, close to a year. I'd say close to a year ago.
Why would Dirk say that then? Why would Dirk say that? You're always lying. You're insufferable, Mike.
Is Mike guilty?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Super chat if Mike is guilty, and super chat if Mike is innocent, and super chat if I should go fuck myself. And let's get something going.
Mike, I can't get to the stream because Tim put the stream behind a paywall, so I can't get to it. But me and Dirk saw you.
Super chat.
Well, you saw an AI version of me or some facsimile of me because I was not on.
AI is not intelligent enough to get that hairline done like yours, mate.
Yeah, well, I was not on last week. Sorry, hate to burst your bubble.
I'm not accepting your apology, Mike.
Well, that's fine. I could give a shit.
I didn't hear him.
Ooh, don't swear.
No, there are so many things.
HR, you've been dogging on me so hard.
HR, there is so much
for whatever. I can
Mikey, tell him what you really think.
A flying fuck about what you think.
Well, why do you keep coming back to me then if you don't give a flying F?
Why do I keep coming back to what?
Sexy.
Exactly.
It's the accent. It's very posh. What public?
Yeah, your accent it's just so sweet and yeah.
Mikey, don't get away with it. Give him it, Mike. You can't talk to you like this, Mike.
Mikey doesn't like to fight. Mikey's a lover, not a fighter. Go pick on someone.
Yeah, I really don't, and I don't like being called a liar, and especially when somebody comes at me with absolutely false information.
Look, Mike. Look, let me tell you one thing. If I see you in real life, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you my Explorer 2, and we'll probably grab a beer after. All right?
Good.
And by Explorer 2, you mean your penis, right?
Oh, don't get excited, Drainer.
Super chat.
Where have we been? Chili Badger, £2. Mike is beautiful. Stop this.
That's right. We have no support. We only have support and love for Mike. If you love Mike, type 1.
This is why Archie should be paying Mike, because he brings 80% of revenue in.
Absolutely. I mean, we've done poll after poll, guys, and Mike is the number one, the most favored panel on the ArchieLuxury panel, even above me and the Rancher. Hard to believe.
Exactly, and then Archie's going out there buying these Zeniths, and cameras and stuff.
Guys, I'm jumping off. I've got to start packing, but it's been a pleasure. See you soon, all right, Fikers?
Not that it's hard to beat me. But at any rate, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did. Mikey, you okay? Are you bleeding? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. But I mean, for real, I've not been on Tim or the community channel in like a year or close to it. I went on once a long time ago on both of those streams to say hi. I caught shit for it back then. I haven't been on since. And so somebody comes along and says
Mikey,
they
we
saw
love
me
you.
last
Mikey,
week.
we love you. We love
Mikey,
you, Mikey.
Mikey, can I just
know
ask you
they're
a question?
wrong.
Mikey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What does it matter if you're going anywhere?
Nothing. I go where the fuck I want. I just out of respect for Archie, I don't go onto Tim's stream. And plus I just don't want to catch all the shit that I'll catch for going on the stream. And I'm catching it anyways.
Well, then you might as well.
I might as well.
Archie, does Mike have
Dan's
the
got
full
9 foot.
confidence? Mike,
they would have a fucking heyday if I jumped on right now.
Archie, do you love Mike? And tell us right after this Neo chat.
We got a super chat from Neo. We love our Neo. Neo's a great guy. And we love him. Super chat. Neo, super chat. We got member for 13 months. Mike the Snake, congratulations on the new car ownership. Thank you. And little Dave,
Woo!
$2.
Whoop, whoop.
Fake HR.
Whoop, whoop. I mean, it's 2-1. Everybody believes. No, it's 2-0. Everybody believes in Mikey.
Well, even though I'm accused of lying daily,
show the clip, or you must acquit.
I don't
clip or die.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Mikey, do you know why it happens? Do you know why it happens, Mike?
Why? Because they know it gets my goat.
Because you bite to it.
I know.
You read chats and get lost in it, and you reply to it, and this is why it happens.
Now, Archie, did you charge? Which credit card did you charge?
I got to give HR credit. At least he's got the nuts to jump on and dog me in person about it instead of just fucking keyboard warrior.
Leave the
Go
dog.
on, Mikey. I like that talk. Go on, Mikey, lad.
Leave the dogs out of this.
I don't know. Did I say something about dogs?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
You said he was dog.
Oh,
this is a Breitling 57 Heritage capsule watch. This is the special that was done for the NHS in Britain.
Wow, that's a cool looking watch.
It's got the rainbow lume and the black bezel. And you're probably not going to be able to read the inscription on the back, but this is one of 250 pieces. Or was it 200? Let me see. One of 250 pieces that were made. I don't know if you can. Can you see that?
Nice.
Or is it on the other? Hold on, I gotta find it. Yeah, here it is. Sorry, guys.
I believe my 1979 930 is one of 1,400 in 1979.
One of 200. Oh yeah, I'd have to take the bracelet off. Anyway, after they did this one, which by the way, I'm quite convinced I got this utterly by mistake because it was sold. It was meant to be sold only in boutiques, and because it was 250 pieces, it sold out in like 15 seconds. But during that 15 seconds, I happened to be on the Breitling website, and accidentally they put it in their online web store where it was never meant to go. And I clicked.
You nabbed it.
Yeah, no, I clicked. I was sure they were going to refund my money. I immediately called Mackenzie because we had been talking about this watch, and he put it in his cart, but he was a little unsure about whether he should check out or not. And by the next morning, they had emptied his cart for him. But they sent me my watch, and the lume really does glow all its rainbow colors. Kind of cool.
Very cool.
They followed it up with a very similar looking watch, very, very similar, because they didn't expect this to go so well, with a very dark blue bezel, almost looked black, 1,000 pieces, and that one sold out in a couple hours too. Anyway, fun stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it did.
Little Breitling story.
Mikey, what's your views on Marcelo?
What's what?
What do you think?
Views on Marcelo and his fake Daytona.
Danny, is Marcelo here to question himself?
You know, I'm kind of indifferent towards Marcelo. I don't hate him and I don't love him, but you know, up till now, I pretty much believed that all of his watches were authentic, and then he pulls this I just said it was fake as a joke kind of thing, and
it was a cunning stunt indeed.
Yeah, it kind of, but it also, raises like the question, is it for real or not? I suspect it's for real. I think he's got, a connection there because of his situation in his location and what he does. He probably's bumped elbows with some people that maybe think he's bigger than he really is, and so he gets special treatment. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, who really gives a shit? The guy sucks. Okay.
Will you
Yeah,
let him on if he tries to come on?
Like I said, I'm indifferent towards him. I don't really have anything terrible to say, and I don't really have anything good to say.
Archie, is he allowed on panel, Marcel, or is he banned?
Look, I have to ask Tan. You need to direct these questions. I'm just a staff member here. You need to direct these queries to
Okay.
You need to direct these queries to the Zeal. Okay.
Okay.
You understand? What? You're asking the wrong person.
Who's
Do you understand?
Who's playing with papers?
I'm asking wrong person whose show it is. Yeah, I agree.
Well, it's the Zeal is the CEO. I'm just the paid talent. You understand?
It's all right. I'll write a letter. I'll write it.
It's kind of.
Wait a minute. You mean Tanzeal's in charge of this mess? What am I doing here then? Danny, the papers. Who's playing with papers? Mike, is that you?
Pipers the pipers.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Pipers the pipers.
Jesus fuck. If anybody is wearing headphones right now, we apologize because that would have hurt.
Yeah, I get it. I
didn't realize that. I mean, I'm just pulling papers out of an envelope. I didn't realize they come through the microphone so clearly. Sorry about that.
It's like you're the guy who opens the candy wrapper at the movie, or no, at the opera,
or the big bag of potato chips or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Apologize.
All better.
I'll speak at once.
Exactly right there. I got to tell you, Mike, it's fantastic news. You've got the car. What I like is that enthusiasm you've got. You just sound really happy, and that's what makes me really happy for you. That I got a Porsche. I got a man, Mikey, it's good. It's really good to hear that. Okay.
Thank you, Arch.
And, I'm really happy for you, man. It's a look that's a dream car. I mean, I know that model. People don't understand it, but that's very much a.
We've got a couple of super
collector's car.
Archie, got a couple of super chats.
Super chats. Where have you been? We got a super chat. Got a couple of super chats. Here we go. We got Patek Philippe, $5. AC3. What's the ideal watch to lend to a lady when you are taking her on a date, which you respectfully request to return at the. You know what, Patel? I've now changed my mind on that. Okay, don't do that because they get pissed off that you're not giving it to them. Don't do that anymore. I've actually changed my mind. Okay, don't do that. Okay,
would it a Cartier or a date just you used to do that with Archie?
Don't do that. Okay, don't
Archie,
do that.
Yeah, that kind of. I don't know how that would come. I think some women would take it in stride, and other women might take it the wrong way.
Dirk Diggler, $2. Mark, would you recommend Mike for dog adoption?
Yes, I would adopt Mike in a heartbeat.
There you go.
Thank you, Mark.
What breed of dog would you?
Cut the grass.
I didn't hear what he said.
I said you're old enough to cut the lawn. Sorry, here I come. I had to get a bottle.
It's okay,
guys. Hang on, I'll turn on the camera and show you what was on tonight's agenda. I mean, and remember, this is merely for medicinal purposes.
Wow.
And let me explain that a nice tequila is not to be done as a shot. In Mexico, where this is from, made from agave, this is a sipping whiskey like scotch. You don't do like shots of scotch.
Yeah, I mean,
flavor it. And this is
tequila. You only want to get. You need to actually specify pure agave tequila at the bar when you order like a tequila
or
a margarita.
You order by name brand. That's what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise they're going to give you some mixture.
Well, it would be a little bit of a shame to put this in a margarita on the one hand. On the other hand, I wouldn't drink Jose Cuervo in a margarita either. Super chat.
Yeah, exactly. You got to step up to at least the water line, when it comes to tequila.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes being 100% agave.
We got a super chat. We got Patek Philippe, $5. Mike the Snake, where's the best spots to cruise for chicks in a small town America? Driving a 9-fucking-30!
Our town has a every Friday night like car gathering area in the Costco / Target / Best Buy parking lot, which is massive, and it fills up with 300-400 cars on Friday night. Everybody just parks and hangs out for a few hours, and then around midnight, races are arranged. Whatever happens, and then everybody just breaks off and goes and does their thing.
Do drag racing in the parking lot, Mikey?
No. Races are arranged like during that time, and then when people drive off, they'll go. If they've arranged a race, they go to wherever they've decided they're going to hold their race, and they do their race. Otherwise, it's just a meeting place for everybody to go and enjoy.
Sounds like a sausage fest. Now, answer me this:
actually, everybody brings lots. There's lots of girls there, lots and lots of girls.
All right, okay. So that means there's a lot of Subarus. Do you will you enter the demolition? Will you enter the demolition derby with this?
Not with my 930. I won't.
Super chat.
We got a super chat. Here we go. We got a very nice super chat here. Chili Badger, £2. Marcelo's a Cupid stunt.
There we go.
Cupid stunt. There we go. Thank you.
And a showcase.
By the way, it was really poor form. He came on I was interviewing Sirocco.
Slow case.
He came across as a total fuckwit. Just a total, absolute fuckwit. We've got a super chat here from Showcase Watches. James, my friend.
Jimmy.
Ask yourself who owns and wears a heavy-hitting watch like the Platona and sits on the toilet with a bird on their head to stream. Come on, a high roller hangs in strip joints in Vegas, not the toilet.
Well, sometimes they leave their watches in an open windowsill. Also. But, I don't disagree with Jimmy in this particular instance. I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with Marcelo. I think we can all agree on that one, even James and I. But what do you think of Patek Philippe's question?
I agree. Because, it's I think it's a very fair point. We've got sorry. Next, I got to be totally honest. Showcase hits it on the head. Then we've got Dirk Diggler. And the Stigler, $5, acting for counsel for Tan. Tan has requested you to eat your toe jam now. Failure to do so will forfeit all super chats today. Thanks, Diggler. What is he talking about? Toe jam. What's he talking about?
Well, that would be the crusty, yeasty material, like the Vegemite that accumulates between your toes. But I have a feeling this is not a real law letter, because I happen to know for a fact that Tanzil is represented by the firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. So I really don't believe that Diggler and Associates...
What does he want me to do? Eat my toe jam? What does that mean?
He would like you to eat the disgusting smegma between your toes.
I don't know if I can put my toes up.
I don't know that you should.
Let's have a look. Can I have a go?
Can you not? Can you not? Can you? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! What is wrong with you? For $5, for $5, I could have gotten 50 for this.
Okay.
Wow, Archie's flexible.
I can do that.
I don't think I could reach. Honestly, I gotta say he is flexible, Mikey.
Yeah.
I mean, disturbing, but I don't really feel like I could get my big toe up to my. I'm pretty.
I can do the other side.
We
can tell Philippe $5. Mike the Snake. Are you gonna? I want to say this to you. Mike the Snake, are you going to do a burnout for us live on air when you bring your new ride? No, he's not. He's got respect for the tires. You know how expensive these fucking tires are?
Fuck the tires. They're old. But you just don't shock load transaxles, especially old ones like that. And so no,
you shouldn't do that to any car. Can I ask you something? What damages engine mounts? I'm worried about. I'm paranoid, Mikey. In my BMW, the engine mounts, because the motor is very powerful. Would that damage the mounts?
Wouldn't worry about it for 50,000 miles. And
you
then,
reckon?
Yeah, they're rubber.
More than his lease. You know, his
when
lease.
They get old, they crack, and then the motor starts rocking around a little bit more. And if you have a stick shift, a manual transmission, it's more noticeable. With an automatic, you won't even feel the difference. You'll just need, they'll be worn out, and so a mechanic will catch it when they do an inspection, and you'll just replace them. But
by the way, can I tell you some other useful thing? Can I give you a toe?
Well, you say another useful thing as though you've given us a single useful thing to begin with.
Well, I did the toe jam stunt.
But that was useful? What was useful there? Sorry.
You guess what arrived
to prove Archie's superior.
Let me show you
something. Yes.
Okay. If ever, I'm going to show you what arrived yesterday.
Don't show us.
One of the Bergen tools came.
Oh, nice.
The Bergen tools. I ordered some Bergen because my other Bergen tools were stolen in the Berg.
Well, right? That can be used to clean under your toenails. You realize that?
That was my healthcare tip. I was going to tell you.
Also, earwax. You can dig out earwax.
Use this. You can use this here. That spring bar thing to also fix your quips. You know your quips. Quips.
Well, you don't have any. You don't have any cuticles left, but you could dig out earwax with that thing.
Yes. Okay, so that's I've got a nice tool has come.
How much for an earwax plug to be removed on air with a Bergen tool?
Fuck, Marky, you're really pushing the friendship.
Well, what I'm pushing is the super chats.
The super chats. Thank you, Marky. Yeah, we'll take Marky. See what you can get. Okay, we'll do anything for. We've been a little. I've been spending money like a drunken sailor in a whorehouse lately.
Guys, I want $50 for this because it's entirely possible he could lose an eardrum. Okay, that's all. I'm just floating the idea. We do have another super chat.
We got Mr. Zoso, $5. Dirk Digler, we formally reject your request to act as counsel for Tanzil and Saria LLC. Any further false representations will be kept met with legal action. And we got super chat from that's a good $5 super chat from Mr. Zoso. Mr. Zoso. By the way, to show you how good this camera is, I'm going to take a photo of. I got the Breguet. I'm going to pull the Breguet.
Do your thumb. A real close up.
I'm going to do the Breguet. You want to watch? It's watch contents. Watch. I'm going to claim the tax deduction.
Can we see the coined edging as well as the dial? Because
okay. I will do that. I'll do a photo. Now we got Patek Philippe, $5. Mike the Snake, would you ever trade your Porsche for a Ford
Explorer, otherwise known as the Explorer?
Which I did. He's ragging me, Mike, more than you because I kind of did do that.
Yeah. No. The only Ford I would consider at all, possibly, would be a Ford GT, and the GT40s is out of the question. They're millions of dollars, but the later model Ford GTs, they're on the same level.
Absolutely fucking useless. Can I show you something I bought, which is absolutely fucking useless?
Certainly.
I get hooked into this BMW stuff. I bought this from my dealer, my BMW dealer, because it was $7.04 at a sale. Can you see the price?
Yeah, no, but we don't know what it is.
What it is, it's so that if you want extra oil to keep in your car, this is a special.
That's cool.
This is a special bag, and it's also got a paper funnel, so you can pour the oil into the car.
Well, here's what we know: BMW burns oil so bad that they actually have a designer extra oil kit, so
it's called a BMW oil POC.
Are you burning oil?
That's not been my experience with the BMWs I've owned. They've not been oil burners.
Well, then
I don't understand why I bought that. I have no idea. Why the fuck did I spend $7.04?
I recommend that you fill
it. It was only $7. Throw it in the trunk, and if you ever need it,
Velcro. But I got to buy the oil as well, don't I?
No. Put shampoo, razor, toilet paper, toothpaste. Use it as a travel kit.
Yeah, overnight bag.
There you go. No,
how about hey, I can put condoms. Condoms, lubricant.
You don't use condoms. You might use, with the age range you're dating, you might need lubricant. But who wears a raincoat in the shower? Let's be honest.
Let me say this to you. I want to say this to you nicely. Photography is something I love. I love a nice watch box.
I've had no answer.
And I love. You're not into photography? You've never been into photography, Mark?
No, not me. Not since high school. Also, I got to tell you, the doctor has not read my messages from Tuesday. So,
photography is such a deep hole. Like,
you tried WeChat?
I have not. I don't have that. I don't have the app. I mean, I don't have it.
Photography is just too deep of a hole. I've purposely stayed away from it because as an artist, I'm already into different mediums, and photography I could lose myself in because it's just such a huge, wide, category, and there's so many aspects of it that I could just drop everything else and go full bore into photography, and I want to avoid that from happening. So I've purposely stayed away from photography.
That's why I've stayed away from Porsches.
That's why you stayed away from Porsches?
Yes, and I should have stayed away from watches.
Yeah. I can't say that about watches. I love the watches I've owned.
You know who fucked me up with watches, Mikey? Do you know who's responsible for the mess that is me?
Yeah, Archie.
You're looking at him right now. This is why I'm mean to you sometimes, because you fucked up my life.
Yeah, no, mine too, man.
I'm going to take a photo of this now and show you the results on screen. Okay.
All right, let's take a look. The man cost me at least $100,000, probably more like 100, probably coming up on 200 grand. See what you did to me?
Haven't I saved you money, but?
Well, the problem is you would have if I would have listened to you. But the problem is, once you get started, the whole itch scratching mid-tier garbage thing takes over. And even when you say don't do it, I did it.
I'm actually looking for some mid-tier garbage myself.
I'm wearing some right now. I mean, why do I do this stuff to myself? The Rolex money is secure, but then, Jesus Christ, from Breitling down to Seiko, what have I done?
Breitling down to Seiko?
Yeah. So my dad, who's like 90 years old, rolled out of his bed this morning early, cracked his skull on a coffee table on the way down, meeting the floor.
Oh.
Yeah. He's 90. Went to the ER, covered in blood. They managed to get him to hold still for a couple of CAT scans, which he doesn't like. Usually he's got to be sedated to do a CAT scan because he's fucking claustrophobic. And then they didn't feed him fast enough, so he checked himself out of the hospital with doctors holding onto his legs trying to stop him.
Feisty old guy, man.
This is the line of fuckers that I come from. And when I called him to say, stop doing that, he said, I'm going to hang up on you now. And then he did. And this is why we're drinking tonight. I still don't. I assume he got home, but I haven't heard. And I said, Dad, I want to inherit your money, but not tonight, for fuck's sake.
Well, it sounds like he just got a good cut, and he didn't get anything more serious, like a brain bleed or something.
He's had 8 strokes, little ones. So,
wow.
So it's like his little brain should be wrapped in bubble wrap and taken care of.
Yeah, you don't want to be bumping your head if you've had strokes and stuff like that.
So
what the hell? You look after you. I love my dad as well. That besides the gambling. Besides the fact the idiot's going to get mad. I said, Dad, please don't do that to my inheritance.
Oh, they do what they want to do.
They do, don't they? Maki. I thought your mum's side had the money. Hello? Maki?
Dad did pretty damn good for himself. My dad went to Wharton Business School, which is where Trump went, except for my dad actually had to work for his
that.
dad. Yeah. And he's a very smart guy. He's one of the best salesmen I've ever known in my life. And yeah, he sold locks, key machines, doorknobs. I mean, everything that was used in home security from 1955 up through probably about 1995, which was his working career.
Oh, you're joking.
No, I mean, and he used to travel. He sold and traveled and bought and sold from China, Germany, the entire United States. Actually, all of North America was his territory. So he was.
Well, what brand? What brands was this for?
Multiple brands. He started out with my mother's, factory. My mom's.
Taylor Lux.
Yeah, but obviously he had to leave there. When shit went, when the marriage ended, he had to leave there. So he went out on his own.
Such a good salesman. Would they really hold a grudge like that?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, come on. How are you going to keep your ex-son-in-law? When it went bad, you can't. So
money's money, Marky. You
I don't believe there was even a discussion of keeping him on. They circled the wagons, which as people will do, and that's understandable. But at the same time, my dad had fucking child support to pay. So.
Oh, they burdened him?
Of course they burdened him. I mean, he didn't consider it a burden. He did his duty as a father, which is to say he was very generous with us. He did just as I was with my shit. I paid my ex-wife way beyond. You know what? I'm going to close with this because I'm getting, sentimental and with the tequila. But when I was due to stop paying alimony, and child support to my wife, who is a wonderful person who I'm still very close with, I called my accountant and I said, what happens tax wise if I keep paying her? And he goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, the court order ends here, but what if I just keep paying her? Because she was a teacher, she wasn't making a lot of money. And he said, Mark, I've been an accountant for 32 years and nobody ever asked me this question.
Fuck, wow. Are you serious, Marky?
Oh yeah, yes I am. So, but we still had, one kid still at home who was 18, but still at home. We had another one in college. So she was doing a lot,
what, Marky?
Yeah.
That's what I love about you. You're a fucking decent human being.
I was just going to say, you're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Well, thank you. But honestly, I don't know that makes you a good human being. It just prevents you from being a terrible human being, which is
because you don't want to be called a deadbeat dad. That's like.
I understand many dads get fucked in the divorce process. That is shameful. And many dads are denied the correct amount of, child visitation and dudes really get fucked by the courts. So I'm not trying to say that guys, those of you who are divorced, that you didn't get fucked in divorce court, because you probably did. But by the same token, you want to take care of your kids because you want to grow old and see your grandchildren and not have them be told from the time they're sucking mother's milk that you were an asshole, so you got to do whatever it takes, even when it means working more, which is what I did.
My neighbor had a kid with his first wife, and after they divorced, the mother just literally poisoned his daughter with oh, you can't have that because daddy didn't send enough money this month, even though he never missed a child support.
Here's what happens, Mikey. That
extra.
That scenario is very sad and it's very, very common. But what you do with it is you understand that when your daughter is 18, 20, 25, maybe 30, she will come to learn that her mother was a narcissist, and that
actually at 18, he gave her his suburban car, his truck, as a birthday present, and she spit in his face. She took the car and spit in his face.
Telling you, by the time
she's got a few more years to go before she comes to that realization.
She'll get there. And here's how
I hope so. I truly hope so, because he's like father of the year material.
Yeah, right. But here's how I know she'll get there. Because what her mother did to her father, her mother will eventually do to her, because that's what narcissists do. So as soon as the mother feels the daughter separating from her, she will become equally controlling with the daughter. And then that daughter's going to understand that dude's got a paper trail of canceled checks going back, 15 years. Yeah. So I'm just saying there's
never missed a payment, paid extra, bought him extra things, huge Christmas presents. I mean, he went over, above, and beyond, and was literally just, hated by this daughter that was literally just poisoned by his ex. And
you know what though? The poison has a shelf life, and eventually she's going to understand. And then she has problems with her mother. Why are these guys talking so much about Marcelo? Oh, I see Marcelo is in the chit chat.
Okay.
But there he is. And I don't know. You bring him on if you want, but oh my God, it's small dose.
God.
Such small dose.
Here we go. Got another super chat here. Showcase watches £2. Arch, why don't you give more love to Panerai? Actually, Showcase, I would like to get a gold Panerai this year. That is something I actually want.
Didn't Donnie do that? I think Don did. Let me see.
Don did?
I think Don
got a gold Panerai?
I think so. Let me look.
Donnie you got a gold. You got a Breguet. You got the Breguet.
Yeah, but I think a Panerai too.
What?
Well, I know he got. Hold on. I know he got a GMT Panerai. Hold on. Let me look. I'll find the pictures because he sends me pictures of all this stuff. I showed you that.
Donnie Haynes.
I showed you this. I showed you this that he got.
Oh yeah, that's the Mad one.
Okay, so there's that. But let me see what else. The man has gone nuts. Hold on. And then he got this.
That's not a gold one, but
no, you're right. It's not. That one I believe is titanium. Let me see if he got a gold one too. He's looking at this one.
Oh, Sky Dweller.
Yeah, and rose gold.
Fuck. You'd have to write a $90,000. You got to be able to write a $90,000 check to get that.
Yeah, well, the Donnie is not worrying about money right now.
Hey, let me grab the next super chat, and I got a photo to show you. Here we go. Super chat. Where have you been? So I got to say, Showcase, I would love to get a Pam. I would love to get one. We've got a super chat here. Patek Philippe, $5. 50 of silver Snoopy or Snoopy Ed White 321 modern.
Oh, Snoopy, dear God.
Oh, I'd go Ed White.
They're both great.
I'd go for the. I'm not a big fan of the Snoopy. I don't see the big.
Oh, the back of it is so cool. Come on, oh my God.
Yeah, Patek Philippe, $5. Show me some cool Aquaterras on the Omega website whenever you put down your Polaroid. Actually, I wanted to show you very quickly. I want to show you a picture I just took whilst I was on the stream with you guys. I was fucking around with the camera. There we go. That's the sort of quality. And you can zoom right in. See? Look at that. Okay. So there you go. That's sort of the results you can get there. That's the results you can get. So amazing results out of the you can get some amazing results out of it, that's for sure. And yeah, that's the way to go, man. That is the way to go. So we'll call up some Omegas, and we've got another super chat from Patek Philippe, $5. AC3, name 3 panelists that had more talent than YouTube than Don J. Haynes. Oh, look, I like Don. Don's okay. Don tries.
He's the watch father. And the only reason that Don isn't here is because the punters harassed him about his dead mother, and she had only deceased several days before.
You asked about coin edging. See, this is, you can get really...
Yeah, it looks great. Looks like it needs a little bit of a clean though, right?
Oh, that's the problem. When you
When you
This is
zoom
the
in,
only. Yeah, this is the only fucking problem is that you can
shows
see
everything.
Yeah, it's too fucking good. You know what I mean?
That's why, you know, those guys who make the YouTube video reviews of watches and then they go macro, I really admire them because I figure they spend longer to clean the watch and brushing off the dust than they do filming it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. So it's
That's a great camera. It looks beautiful. It's really taking nice shots.
it's not the top of the line. This is only a crop sensor camera. It's not a full frame. But you know, the thing is, what I'm trying to say is I can play around with it. It's all about buying the right lenses. Now, who's got more talent than Don Haynes? You know who I reckon has got a lot of talent? Seriously, but don't tell him.
Marcelo?
The rancher. The rancher's got talent.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, don't say anything, but he really is. He's a very smart guy. Like he absorbs information like a sponge.
Oh, he's very quick-witted. It's impossible to argue with him, as you well know. He'll just get under your skin, and then eventually you want to start yelling cuss words. So I make it a plan to just agree with everything he says.
I love the rancher.
No policy.
I got to tell you,
Super chat.
who's more talented? I love, you know, Donnie. I really wish Donnie would come back.
Yeah.
Neo, $2.
it's not-
Who's cooking Don's meatloaf each week?
Guys, you know, Neo, Don has excellent taste in food, and he lives in an area of the country where he is near 1 million really good, particularly Italian restaurants and Italian bakeries. So whenever I've had a meal with him or he's got something he knows is going to upset me and make me jealous, he sends me food pictures, and it's beautiful stuff. Beautiful.
Nothing like
Johnny.
good Italian food, man.
I mean, listen, I'll tell you, I like a meatloaf, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm a simple man.
What about a lasagna?
We're having that tomorrow. We're going for homemade lasagna.
You know what I love is chicken parmesan.
Do you know this is really stupid, Mikey? But order it sometime at Olive Garden. It's stupidly good, even though it's just Olive Garden. It's so good there.
No, Olive Garden's actually not
Honest to
too
God.
shabby.
No,
And
it's
their
great.
salad bar kicks ass.
Yeah. What it is with their, I mean, I feel like they kind of cheat on their chicken parmesan because they take two like huge breasts and then they bread them and just fucking deep fry them. There's no pretense of, you know, sauteing them. They deep fry them and then they cover them with the marinara and the cheese.
Yeah,
and so-
I've got a couple of Italian restaurants near me that serve up authentic Italian where they're sautéed and they come in a sauce with capers and then real Parmesan cheese with the real deal.
So I have a friend who lives just north of Venice, and when I went to visit, he just kept taking me into Venice into these and every lunch was like $150. He's a fabulously wealthy individual. He farms Prosecco grapes, so he makes Prosecco. Anyway, yeah, beautiful. It's a beautiful light white sparkling wine grown in the mountains above Venice in Vittorio Veneto. But anyway, I ate like 10 $150 meals in a row. And finally I said, and he also owned a factory. And I said, look, I'm tired. It's great. Thank you. But too much butter. Where does the plumber go? Where do your factory workers go? And he didn't know, but he asked for me. And instead of going down the mountain into Venezia, we went up the mountain into the villages and paid like €6 each for a lunch that was like unreal. It was in like Mama Leone's kitchen. It was like in a house with an old lady cooking for all the workers that worked in the villages nearby. And it was amazing food. So the simple food, the rustic food in Italy is almost better than the highfalutin food.
Yeah.
100%. Actually, sometimes, it's funny you say that. Sometimes you just feel like simple food. I don't know about you, but sometimes it just is nice to have. There's a lot of joy having some simple food. And
what's your comfort food besides salted caramel ice cream? Other than that, what do you turn to when you're sad and you want comfort?
Actually, I don't eat when I'm depressed. That's why I lost weight after the burglary.
Is that
I'm
right?
ballooning like a tank now.
Oh, well, you're feeling better. All right.
Yeah.
I've been to the gym every day now because I turned into a fat fuck. I'm getting bitch tits. So I was like, okay, that's enough. So I've gone to the gym quite a lot lately.
Does that help? But it's also you've got to eat right, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
but yeah. When you go to the gym, you think more about what you stick in your face because you've just come back from the gym and it was
you just
enough.
realize you've got to pay for it. It's not free. It's not free.
You cancel out everything you just did in the gym.
Like, it's funny. Like, you know, The Sopranos. Like, you look at The Sopranos. So these were mafia guys, right? Sopranos. And you think about it. A lot of these mafia type guys, the reason they become fat fucks is it's hedonistic pleasure. They can eat whatever they want. There's no limits.
Remember Goodfellas?
And they figure they're going to die anyway.
Remember the movie Goodfellas where they're in prison, but they kind of just have their own little section segmented off, and they're cooking traditional Italian and just.
How about The Godfather, Mike? Here's what you do when you got to feed your guys. You dump the tomatoes. You got to squish your sausage in there. Then you dump in your garlic. That was Clemenza teaching Michael how to cook. When they were all holed up on the family compound after the old man, the Godfather, got out of the hospital.
You know, it's so long ago that I saw The Godfather. I can't remember
anything of it.
I remember one of them where they take the brother out and shoot him in the lake. I'm not sure if that's Godfather 1 or 2.
Sonny got it at the toll booth. I've seen Godfather 1 probably 100 times. You should see it so often that you don't need to see it again, that you can actually just recreate it in your mind. And guys, go on YouTube and find the Scorsese commentary director's cut, where he stops the movie period, shows the whole movie, but Scorsese talks through it, explaining every scene and the fucked up stuff that happened. It was just amazing. Scorsese said that he thought he would be fired 100 times on that film. And yet it was his opus magnum. Anyway.
It's funny. What's your favorite genre of movies, Marky?
For movies, I like something with a lot of quality kills. So they just put The Enforcer 3 on Netflix with Denzel Washington. That's a really good one. And then at the gym, while I was on the treadmill, I was watching one of the John Wick movies. I like a nice thriller. I like a nice deep space sci-fi.
Were you into horror movies? Were you into horror?
You know, it's very hard to make an excellent horror movie. It's very, very hard to, like when I was a kid, young teenager, I saw The Exorcist when it came out, and that scared the fuck out of me. But it's very hard to do that now. So yeah, I mean, I do, but it's hard to make a good one, isn't it? Full Metal Jacket, one of the best movies ever made.
Full Metal. Did you like
I
Full
will
Metal?
rip off your head and skull fuck you.
Any movie directed by Rob Zombie.
Eric says gay outdoorsy dramas like Brokeback Mountain.
Rob Zombie did some really great horror flicks that are absolute classics.
Guys, what's your favorite movie? Put it in the comments. My comfort food would be, like fried chicken, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, stuff that's basically intended to kill you.
Yeah, my favorite, probably just steak and potatoes, baked potato, steak with vegetable and lots of butter and cream cheese all over the potato, and a perfectly cooked steak that melts in your mouth. There you go.
You guys can't see it because the super chat is covering me, but I'm rubbing the mug right now. Clyde, the mug has been rubbed. What is that the meal that you would have if you were being electrocuted in the morning or put into the gas chamber, since you're in California, Mikey?
What's that now?
What's your last meal? You're going to the gas chamber tomorrow. You've been wrongly accused of the Sharon Tate murder, and you're going to the gas. All your appeals have expired. You're going to the gas chamber tomorrow. What's your last meal? You can have anything you want.
I would choose something that would take weeks to find.
Mikey, hang on a minute there. Mikey, it's with limits. They basically they let you have your last meal, but it's if you want to be a cunt, there's nothing that says they have to.
Yeah, they're
going
to give you a bologna sandwich if they can't find it.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's within reason, Mikey.
I'd probably, like I said, I'd probably go for a perfect steak with a baked potato with lots of sour cream and put butter on it and a nice vegetable, and that would probably do me.
Archie, what's your last meal? You're going to be in your case, you're going to be taken to the abattoir. What's your last meal?
I gotta tell you, it's interesting you say that. I would probably say let's replay New York 2023 at the steak restaurant. Oh, the pizza place. I don't know. You know what? The steak was so much more.
You can have it all. You can have
No,
it all.
the steak was so much more expensive than the pizza, but the pizza was fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Good pizza.
Yeah, New York pizza is excellent.
You know, I've found Greek pizza.
Hello, Clivers. How are you?
Great. How about yourself?
Hey, how is the Mercedes-Benz? Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all drive Porsches.
Hey, guys, Alexa, how much is 250 Hong Kong dollars?
Buy me a
Is about $32 US.
32 US dollars. You know, it looks like a hell of a lot, and it is $32. We're happy to have it. Super chat.
Yes, thank you so much there. We got a Color TV super chat. We got a super chat here from Bobby Digital, 250 Hong Kong. Happy New Year. Time for a drink, Archie. Cheers. Best move once upon a time. Best movie once upon a time in America.
Epic.
Once upon a time in America.
Epic.
1984. What was that about?
I don't know. Sounds familiar, but I don't remember. That is a lovely super chat. Plenty for a drink.
Once Upon a Time in America, a film explores the childhood friendships, love, lust, greed, betrayal, loss, and broken relationships together with the rise of mobsters in America. Fuck, Once Upon a Time in America. That sounds like a good movie. It's got Robert De Niro in it, for fuck's sake. That must be a... By the way, Bobby Digital, I'm on my way to Hong Kong January 15. If anyone in Hong Kong wants to catch up for me, maybe buy me a meal. I am available in Hong Kong. I'll be staying in Tim Sim Sui for a week. I'll be there for 2 weeks. I might even venture into China, depending on how courageous I'm feeling. Yeah, it's epic.
Will you go to North Korea?
You know what? I don't know if it's I don't know if it's as bad as they say it is. Do you?
Oh,
pretty bad.
From what I've seen, man, that is like the last place on earth anybody would want to go.
Look how they sent Otto Warmbier home. That American student that they accused of stealing a fucking poster. They sent him home tortured with brain damage, and and he died like shortly, a couple days after landing.
Yeah, no,
But think about it. That means they would send Archie home without brain damage.
No, that little son of the first tyrant, whose father was a tyrant himself, they've got a long history of just like full
it's third generation
dictatorship, and they 99% of the like countries finances go towards their military and their lavish lifestyle, and then they just leave the rest of their country to live in absolute total poverty.
They're starving. They've got 11 million people in labor camps, which you can see on Google Earth because the satellites pick it up.
Yeah, no, North Korea is just. I saw a show on it recently.
If you do bad shit, they kill like 3 generations of your family back. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you give the wrong look.
Yeah.
Or if you go against him in the Senate or whatever, even if you're related to him, he'll like burn you and his family in the front central court in front of everybody just to show.
He had his brother-in-law taken out in the stadium, who was he was like one of the generals in the army. He had him taken out with artillery. I mean, Clyde, Clyde, tell me, what does a howitzer do if it like hits? Not if you drop it, but if it actually hits you.
Total disintegration.
Clyde, you must have learned this in howitzer school.
Super chat. Where have you been? We got a super chat from Patek Philippe, $5. Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury, and welcome to the program. There we go. There we go.
Happened, fine.
Hello.
Did Mark leave?
No, he didn't leave. Where's he gone? What's he doing? He's there. Hello, Mark. Mark. He'll be back on. Just hang on. Just hang on there.
He fell off.
Well, you see, Mr. Zoso, I never get tired of watching Jews. Oh, wait. Sorry. Jaws. You never...
Jaws.
Sorry. You want to read the super chat?
Yes, sir. We'll read the super chat. We got a super chat from Patek Philippe, $5. I'm Archie. Tell me what you fuckers think about that. Nice one, Arch. Great feed. Rancher, I want to talk to you. A little bit of car talk. How is the Mercedes-Benz going? Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes? How's it going? Tell me what's happening. Have you got the fucking title yet?
No, not yet. I'm waiting on it. But I actually had some work done on the wheels.
Okay.
Chrome wheels.
Cool. Did you get them like scuffs repaired?
Got the wheels repaired, and I'm working on my mechanic to get in the...
What was wrong with them? What was wrong with the wheels?
Curb rash, probably.
No. He hasn't. Mike, let Rancher answer. I said, what was wrong? How would you know what was wrong with the wheels if it's not your car, Mike?
I'm just guessing.
Okay, what's the problem with the wheels, Rancher?
Archie, actually, Mike is a very wide-ranging expert on a lot of matters. So I would actually ask Mike. I would actually ask Mike about my wheels before I ask myself, frankly.
Well, you said you had your wheels worked on, and there's not too much work that usually gets done on wheels themselves, other than changing tires on them, unless they've like the most general damage that occurs to wheels is curb rash when you scuff a curb in parking it, and it scratches the outer little lip on the edge of the wheel, and it just looks like shit. It looks like you don't care, but it can be very easily fixed. They put it on a lathe, and they just machine out the scratches, and you never know it ever happened. It's an easy fix as long as the scratches aren't too deep.
Well, here's another hint. They're chrome wheels.
Oh, well, different story. You might have to have them re-chromed if you have repair work like I'm talking about done. Maybe you had them polished up or something.
Well, actually, there's a little bit of corrosion on the inside of it, and they said sometimes that happens neglect. Sometimes, if water gets in there and stay for some reason and it's not properly taken care of, so they're just having to go through. And one was actually gotten to the point where it was starting to lose air. And I figured it would be easier to have it worked on than it would be to get a replacement one and just make sure they all match up. And they said, well, one of the things they said is like, well, while we're in here, we'll just check the rest of them out too. And he said actually they're saying they're in pretty darn good shape for 25-year-old wheels.
So they were originally chrome. They've always been chrome. That's how they
were an option for Mercedes, and not an inexpensive option.
You know what I heard? One of the best rust removers from chrome is like Pepsi or Coca-Cola.
I can believe that, but
the citric acid is supposed to just eat the rust right away with a little bit of steel wool, and then some polish.
Photo. Mikey, this is
photo. Look at those. Those are beautiful wheels. Those are sexy wheels. In chrome? Wow.
So the chrome was original. That's original, is it?
Yep. It was an option. It was an option. So
for chrome to stick around and stay stuck for 25 years and still look really, really good means that it probably wasn't driven too much in bad conditions like the rain,
right?
Or salty roads, and so
country roads, or for that matter, country roads.
Just kept out of the moisture and kept in a dry condition. Chrome will last pretty darn long time before it starts to bubble or crack or chip. because chrome's not just chrome. It's like 3 or 4 layers. There's chrome, and then there's nickel. First, it's like nickel, then there's copper, then there's chrome for the final layer.
Forbin cracks me the fuck up. Thank you, Forbin. Anyway, yes. So thank you. And I'm just waiting for my mechanic because I want to have some essential work done on it and have some shocks replaced. Again, the thing is to stay on top of it. This is to stay on top of it and keep on the repairs before they get bad.
Mm-hmm. Concur.
It's the thing you must realize is these cars here. Hoovies did a video on this R129. He had the V12 one, but did you see that?
The SL600. I saw of it. I watched it. Keep in mind Hoovie lives 3 hours north of me.
Hoovie's a bit of shit, but I don't. Hoovie. What really pisses me off with Hoovie is he pretends he's just struggling, and the guy's. He's making an absolute which is good on him. Good on him, but don't pretend he's a very shrewd businessman. You know what I mean? I think the 8 is what you want. You don't want the 12. Wouldn't you agree, Clive?
Well, the 12 also comes with the air suspension, and that is nothing but in every car, air suspension is a bag of hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's amazing. It's a fantastic ride, but it's fucking expensive when it goes bad.
Well, it's just got a lifespan to it.
Not if it goes bad, when it goes bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's got a lifespan to it. And like you just mentioned earlier, it's one of those things where if you just, after a few years, just replace the bags just as the order of maintenance, then it won't be anything you really have to worry about. But if you drive it until one of the bags, springs a leak, then your car's driving cattywampus, and you got to go get it repaired, and then it's then you got to spend the money. You got to spend the money regardless, right? The bags cost what they cost, but if you catch them before they go bad, then it's just a maintenance thing. If they go bad, then it's a repair kind of thing. And sometimes, when the bag's flat, the car's dragging on the ground quite a bit lower, you can do some damage. And but bags are cool. There's nothing wrong with bags. They do okay on the track, and they give the smoothest ride.
Oh yeah.
I drove in a Citroën in France. I was 16, so it was modern for the day. But God, I've never been in a car that floated along like you were on Aladdin's.
Rolls-Royce took that technology in the shadow. They used that technology.
Smoother than air ride, man. As far as I've experienced.
Yeah, but it's an absolute bitch when it goes bad because it's
true.
You don't want that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But again, it's just a maintenance thing, man. You stay on top of it. You won't be having problems.
Yeah.
Any watch news you guys want to talk about?
Super chat. Patek Philippe, $5. Archie, Rem, the guy who tried to pay Clyde's legal fees using a fake. Yeah, remember the guy? Yes. Yeah. What happened to him, Clyde? Any updates, please? Has he been released yet?
I don't know what happened with him because I basically probably got off the case. Give him the finger.
Yeah.
Remember the guy? Okay, remember the dude who paid Clyde with the soft porn painting in his bedroom? No, Neo, do you realize what it took to get a softcore painting of a Sham done in the flyover states? Pavel says the M113 engine is so bulletproof. Thank you. And the thing is, actually, very, very talented artist. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Frankly, at one point, I was going to have him paint Garbage Fire topless, but I think she was almost down for. Well, never mind. I'm going to back away from that statement.
Wouldn't you just do a photo of her, take a picture, and get him to paint the picture? Would it have to be actually her there? I don't understand that, Clyde.
No, well, possibly. But the thing is,
isn't that what you do? Just take a photo of garbage fire topless and give him the picture to paint, which you need to actually.
No, there's a guy. Mike's busted up Porsche 930. Man, that is not cool. Not cool.
What's that?
Oh, is this just another fake troll guy? Oh, anyway, Eric, let's take the photo down. I've ruffled in it long enough. I appreciate it.
So tell me this: what's happening? The color is like a champagne-y color.
Yes.
That's all original.
Yes.
What's the story of the car? Have you researched the history? One thing I like on a classic car is to know who owned it. What's the story to it? How did it?
The other attorney I got it from basically said the original owner was a assistant coach, the football team in Arizona, the Arizona Cardinals. He passed on. His daughter had it briefly, and it ended up getting to my part of the flyover.
When you say passed on, you mean he died, or he just?
Yeah, he died.
Do you know who it was or not?
No, I don't. I wouldn't know anyway because I'm not a football fan. No.
Okay, so his daughter had it, and then after the daughter had it for a while, the attorney bought it. Is that right?
Yes. Super chat. Now the attorney has like 4 or 5 other, or had like 3 or 4 other Benzes.
Here we go. Starchy, $2. Clivers, would you ever buy a 3 Series? He's talking about a BMW. No, Clive wouldn't fit in one.
Well, I have lost weight, but yeah, it's just like I do fit on the MR2, believe it or not. That's not
look, I think the thing is, I think BMW would be fine, but you've got a Mercedes. Why would you buy a BMW when you've got a beautiful Mercedes Benz, which you love, don't you? You love your car.
Right. And I love the MR2 as well.
Yes. It's a fantastic.
That's definitely like labor of love on that particular model MR2, because they went from really kind of stylish, sporty looking to kind of a little bit awkward looking on the latest version. They still look good, and I'm sure they perform really well, but
Rancher, I got a question for you, Rancher. What is your Mercedes watch? What watch do you feel in your collection best suits the car and the mood of the driver?
I'd have to really stop and think. I haven't really thought of it yet.
The Lalique?
Possibly, or I don't know. I'd have to stop and think. I'd almost say the Urban Jerkinson.
More birds.
Hey, you got those words? You're gonna just get them back. Just get them back and wear them and love them, okay, Rancher?
Did you sell them, or are they still in consignment?
No,
I tell you something. I know a guy who had all these watches on consignment with a dealer. He died.
There's a wait. The dealer died, or the consignor, or the consignee died?
The guy who owned the watches died. Yes. Dealer didn't give anything back.
Yeah, because it's like you let your estate. Yeah, because
by the way, the consignor was Anthony.
Yep.
Ken Fresno, $2. Mike, how many fire extinguishers in the 530?
That is
one, and I may actually install an integrated professional fire system to where
enough knowledge. Mikey, Rancher, do you have a fire extinguisher in your Mercedes?
How about a sprinkler system, Mikey? An overhead sprinkler system.
Sorry,
that's what I'm saying.
You remember the Mercedes used to have them near the seat? I remember Mercedes in the 80s used to have them down near the seat, the passenger seat. Remember?
Yeah, that's where mine sits, right in between the seats
Mikey, enough. We're talking Mercedes. It's not in between the seats. It was at the front of the seat.
Yeah, okay? That's what I meant to say.
Marky, tell me this.
Yes.
What watches are you looking for 2024? I'll tell you what I'm looking for, Rancher. I'm looking for the World Time, the Vacheron Retrograde, and a gold Panerai.
Why don't you get a Vacheron 222?
Too expensive. I'm a bargain shopper, bottom feeder.
No, Mark.
I can't afford it.
Sorry. I was going to bring Mark in.
You're talking to ArchieLuxury. You know this. I'm not rich. You realize that, don't you?
Archie's semi-luxury. Archie, entry-level luxury.
Oh, by the way, I got given a hard time. You never guess who I was talking to last night, Mark.
Wait, did you say you got a hard tug? You were given a
A
what?
hard time. Hard time.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I was talking to your good mate, Mark.
For a tug, but yes, who are you talking to?
Crappy Luxury.
Oh, how is the Crapmeister, the Jewish actor?
The talker. The
Crapmeister.
Miserable as ever. He's just so miserable.
Well, you know, can you imagine? Probably treating his hemorrhoids is like the highlight of his month when he's got to go to the proctologist. Super chat.
Patek Philippe, $5. Dear bottom feeder, pull up a 5940 and tell me why you don't get a 5040 for the price of a world, because it's too fucking small.
Now, why is his avatar pointing to his pathetic excuse of a beard?
I think it's too small. Okay, I really think
Beard
it's
is much too small. Yeah,
it's too small. But I'm going to call it up. Just give me. I'm going to call this up now. So it's a 5940. See, here we go. Calling it up now. 5940. Here we go.
Call it up.
Is Blondie here?
Ooh. Here we go. 59. So 5940. Okay, beautiful. Tell me why you don't get a dear bottom. Pull up a 5940. Now he switched it to 5040. Okay, well, I don't understand. Okay, for the price. Okay, because they're too small. I'm a big fat fuck, and I really need the bigger size watch. Okay.
Now, okay. Now, Mark, I'm looking at your comment. Wait, did he leave again?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just covered up by Tan's face.
That's why you like it, isn't
it? That's a horrible thought. I would need a weed whacker. I would need a weed whacker and a 55-gallon drum of Nair to. Well, anyway, where were we?
Well, at least I'm having fun.
Yeah.
All right.
That's funny.
Okay. So, where are we?
Good answer. Good answer.
Watch Crappy and see how surprised he was when Archie came on last night. Well, Forbin, we'd like to do that, except we don't want to do that because that would mean we'd have to watch Crappy. No, hey, Archie, did you go to Crappy's channel last night?
Yes, I did. I was paid to go on there, and I went on there.
Oh, okay. Who? Wait. Who? Oh, wait. Never mind. I realized.
I did a welfare check. I did a welfare check.
I was going to say, who paid you to go on? And I said, okay, fine. I'll withdraw.
I remember when you tried to come on my channel. I was very nasty. I was mean, vicious, final, and nasty.
Repeatedly, and you gleefully kept throwing him out. And
Clyde laughed. Clyde laughed and clapped his hands the whole time. So I want to apologize for that, but it was Clyde who egged me on. You know. So look, you asked what I'm looking for, and I'm really only looking for one watch in this year. Maybe if I'm lucky, other things will happen. But the one thing I've got on my mind is the Celebration dial OP41, but it's so expensive that I'm just really afraid to buy it secondary market. It's 21 maybe. I do think there's going to be a day when I'll rue the day that I didn't just buy all of them at 21, 22 that I could. But I'm really hoping to get one retail, the Celebration dial. I know it's a crazy watch. I know most people don't like it, but it excites me. What can I say? And I'm having that weird scenario where I'm sure we've all had it, you know, where you wake up dreaming about a watch, which is really, you know, stupid. But I have awakened to the unboxing of the Celebration dial a couple times now, so I'm hoping it happens. That's what I've got for you, Arch. Welcome to your program. Welcome to your show.
I got to tell you something. You know what I'm really thinking there for you, Marky?
What are you thinking?
You need a good fucking watch box, man. Come on, you gotta.
I need a watch. Help me out with a watch. Boxes hold no interest for me, but watches do. I got a problem.
I did a review. Let me show you something. I did a review for a guy, and he's got a solid gold Setna Speedmaster. You know, the Setna Speed, the green with the solid gold Speedmaster. And you know what he had? He had a fucking $20 Amazon box. And I'm thinking, fuck
That's me.
Dad.
I got a $12 one. His is, you know,
I'm just
75%.
going to pull it up on the screen now so you can have a look at. Tell me what you think of this. I really want to hear your opinion. So he's got this wonderful collection. Yeah, look at this. This is his collection.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I mean, it's
Oh, look,
it's a solid gold Omega.
I've got that Cartier. There's
He's got a really nice, I like that Aquaterra. That's one of my favorite Aquaterras.
You know what? I have one right now in the safe.
He's got the
exquisitettimepieces.com for review. Exquisitettimepieces.com sent me that exact watch for review, and it's up on the channel. Yeah, very nice. Also, the Salida Movement Monaco, and I also have that that Cartier Santos. Very nice.
The Monaco is the caliber 11, the proper Steve McQueen model that I want to get.
The box. The
left hand crown, and just the plain blue dial with the white squares. That's the official caliber 11, like Steve McQueen watch. The one with the Gulf colors, the orange and light blue, are from Steve McQueen's wearing the jacket, the Gulf colored jacket, because he raced for Gulf, apparently. Or
Mikey, see the gold Speedmaster upper left?
Yeah,
I have that in the safe too. Gold Exquisite Timepieces sent me that one. I've got to make a video on it in the next week or two. What do you think, guys? What do we think of that gold Speedmaster? I've got one to review in house.
I like it.
I don't understand why you wouldn't get a beautiful box. You could look at this. How much is this on Amazon? $10? What is it?
I store my shit in these cheap things that Kenny Nguyen sent me. You know, these Ziploc baggies, these padded.
Yeah, but that's okay because that's in the safe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I like to put the money in the watch, not in the box.
What about a watch roll?
I don't care. I have one, but like honestly, I really don't care about any of it.
Yeah.
I don't care about the box is merely intended to protect the watch. That's all.
There is one thing though. When I was having my tires worked on, I was thinking of you the entire time, Archie. Because he was using an angle grinder to take out the imperfections and to polish it. So I basically got to sit there and watch a guy work an angle grinder for like over an hour. And for some reason,
that's how we finish watches, right?
Yeah, I thought. I asked him if he has a visa if he could travel to Brisbane. We're talking later.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like how they start out with the rough stuff, you know.
Forbin Colossus says he loves the Gold Speedy. It's just overpriced, and I like it too. I want to say, what is it, in the 30s, Forbin? I don't remember, but I think it's in the 30s. And it is a lot of money for a Speedy, but hey, it's a Gold Speedmaster. Dirk Diggler paid $500 for a Louis Vuitton watch box. That sounds like a deal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How much? Dirk Diggler? That's a great box, that.
How's 500? That the price sounds like good for that. Oh, Dirk says he'll sell it to me for 600. Well, thank you, Dirk.
Oh, what happened to Dirk? That sounds like he doesn't. What the fuck? Why did he say that?
Because he's trying to make a profit on probably, his Chinese knockoff. Did you get it in Bangkok? Where'd you get it?
No, that's the one he bought from me. That got the saw from the burglary.
Oh, well, if he bought it from you, then it's got your DNA in it. What do you say, Archie? Is it worth $600?
Oh, DNA provenance.
And it is. It's a great thing. Now, Tanzil wanted us to have a look. Let's go and have a look at the Omega website. Can I ask you something, if you don't mind? If a friend's asking you to lend money, what do you say to them, Marky?
Hello? I can't hear you. The line is gone. Hello?
Yeah. What do you say? Seriously, if a friend asks you,
is my Wi-Fi fucked up? Because everything is frozen and I can't hear you anymore.
Okay. My response?
I send them the Clyde for the paperwork.
I mean, they're a good friend, but
Who?
I'm a bit stretched myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what's the situation?
You know, my response would be,
wait, Clyde, can you loan me like $500? I'm just short this month, but
I have no friends. I have no friends.
Clyde,
I need an adult.
Clyde, could you let me have $5,000 for like a week?
Hello?
See,
Yeah.
the internet went bad again.
Now let's have a look at this here. We got a super chat. I want to tell you this here. Patek Philippe was saying, look at the Omega website when you get a chance. He said, show me some cool Aquaterras. Okay, so some Aquaterras. Now I got to tell you something. I don't like Omega. I don't like full retail prices. So this is part of the Seamaster. Go to the Aquaterras. What I love is that fucking trendy. I love these colors, actually. But, you know, a real bargain shopper. I really love, you know, these Aquaterras here. The blue's a big thing. 35 fucking thousand? Fuck, these guys are delusional fantasists, Mark.
I agree.
Listen,
I'm sending you my Aquaterra video by WhatsApp in case you want to play it on the
11,000 for a fucking 38 mil. That's ridiculous.
Yes, but what they did was they have all the cool Stella colors, and then they made the date window there.
It's Aussie. That's like 8,000 or 9,000 US.
They're a little high.
Fuck, I don't think that's
basically an OP.
$11,000. I mean, that's a lot of money to.
Yeah.
You know, are they discounting them? That's what I want to know. Can we get them at a little discount, a little something off?
So these are the Seamaster Aquaterra 150s. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a look there. Omega Aquaterra. Let's have a look at these fucking things. And what color we want? I like that. What color do you like the best?
Blue. There you go. You just passed it.
Or blue.
The world
one here. That's it there.
Blue.
That looks good in blue.
I mean, it's that one.
Fuck that. That's not cheap.
Well,
that's 11,000. But fuck me, they want $7 for that. $7 US. There's nothing cheap here, Marky. Look, there's that orange. The orange is 6,000 US. 6,000.
It's a world time. Come on,
there's the blue. 5,000. See, that's 5,000. They fall a fair bit. This is the new blue. That's the one I want. The blue dial. 5 and see that's
a nice
even
blue.
That price is ridiculous.
I just
production
seen a whole bunch
what
of.
he's talking about. It was made a week ago. What the fuck? Look at that.
Well, so far you've scrolled down the Omega line, and I've only seen a couple of watches with colors that I even liked at all. Like a lot of them are just.
Have you still got? This is the Mark. Actually, let's run that video. That's a good video. Do you want me to run that video for you, Marky?
If you'd like.
That was a good video. That's where you reviewed your. Let's get that baby up. Here we go.
Well, I reviewed a loaner from exquisitettimepieces.com of that world time that we're discussing, the Aquaterra. It's surprisingly nice. I didn't think I'd like it that much, and I don't like straps, but I loved the Omega rubber is something really special.
Today about a really cool watch that I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to try out. But before we get to it, it's time for the quick fist watch check. Just sit there. I'll take care of everything. And here it is. I'm wearing the object of today's video. It's brand new.
I like that strap, Marky. I must say, Marky, I do like your strap on it there. That strap. What did you think of the strap?
Yeah, that's the factory blue rubber strap. And honestly, I like it better on that than I do on the metal, which is very unusual. Normally the bracelet's better, but rubber.
No, you're right. Mr. C, $1. Thank you, Mr. C. Let's keep watching this here. This is a good review.
The price tag hanging off of it. The Omega.
Did you buy it, Mark, or not?
World timer. I'm thrilled for a variety of reasons to have the opportunity to review this watch. So first, a variety of reviews.
Okay, let's get to the point, Marky.
It's got good water resistance. It's 150 meters water resistance. Your average world timer is not something that you should be snorkeling around with in the Bahamas. And that means if you wore it to the beach, you're taking it off and you're sticking it in your shoe or in your backpack, you know, and you're leaving it by the side of the
That's you and your
beach.
Patek.
I don't like that idea one little bit. I also love to wear my watches. So if I go any place, you know, I want to wear it with. So number one thing that I notice is the water resistance about this watch. And number two is the lume. It's a little tricky for lume. Stay tuned to the end. I always think lume is important, even in a kind of a dressy watch. This is a dressy-ish watch, but it's definitely a sports watch in my opinion. So make sure you watch to the end where there will be a thorough lume shot and we will go over everything there. Okay, so eventually we're going to turn this camera around and look at it much more closely, movement and strap and everything like that. But first, it fits super comfortably. What I want to tell you is I got it kind of loose here right now. I like my watches sloppy, but this is extra sloppy. And for reference, I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist. Magnificent wrists. Look how flat and broad my wrists are. And my beautifully configured wrists are actually a bit of a problem when it comes to straps, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you have a round wrist, well then a rubber strap, once it's kind of like configure all the way around your wrist, it's gonna feel good. The problem with this wrist configuration, beautiful though it may be, I turn down constant offers for wrist modeling. But the problem with this wrist, as pertains to the average rubber strap, is that the strap kind of bows out at the ends, you know, here. So like I get, when they tighten up, I get a bow here and here, which basically gives me a case of wrist claustrophobia because I feel squeezing here, and I don't like that. This rubber strap, it kind of has like a gradient imprint to it and some beautiful blue stitching.
I do like that rubber strap.
For whatever reason, Omega has just nailed everything that should be correct about a rubber strap and never is. So I can't believe it does come also on a bracelet. But to be honest with you, by the time you put this sucker on a bracelet, it's going to feel kind of heavy. It isn't top heavy. It balanced very well. But what I love is the lightness of this strap. Plus, I like the fact that it is sporty. I can take it into the water. I hate a leather strap. You sweat, the leather is going to start stinking. You have a dive watch or a watch with some waterproofing. That's not a dive watch, but definitely 150 meters water resistance. I want to be able to take it into the pool or the shower or, you know, whatever wet area I happen to encounter myself in. And I don't want to have to be worrying about the strap. Stupidest thing is a dive watch and a leather strap. Who does that? But this is brilliant. It's it's kind of a dressy looking strap, but it is rubber. So it's going to last a tremendously long time. One thing I dearly love about it is look how the strap just integrates right into the case. Absolutely beautiful. Also, another thing that I dislike about straps is how you have to buckle them and fiddle with them. I know this is just a Goldberg weirdness, but I love being able to just open a bracelet and pick off a watch. I like the way the bracelet conforms to my wrist, number one, and I like the way they release relatively quickly. So that is what, fly. Looked like a biting kind of an insect, sorry. Anyway, this is a double deployant clasp with the Omega logo on it. Let me give you a quick tour of the clasp. Nice scissors clasp, integrates beautifully here so you can quickly find whatever hole that you need to be comfortable. We've got the, I gotta find the camera there. Can you see that, fellas? Got the Omega imprint right here, and we've got the Omega sign.
I like the class. I must admit, the class
right
is pretty
there.
fucking nice.
So,
Don't you think?
It's just
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
great.
The next thing that we really have to talk about is the dial.
Yeah, the dial.
It really is quite spectacular. So we will get into that in more detail when I show you some close-up video, which is just going to be in a quick second. The only other thing I want to say is I really like the lack of crown guards.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Vintagey look, which I really admire in this watch.
I hate that fucking.
It's a big watch, but it is by no means
You can't
too
put
big.
standard straps on it, but Mark, can you?
But it's not
No,
thick.
you want this integrated strap.
And look at that dome.
It's expensive,
sort
isn't
of
it?
conical shaped
Little.
bezel. It really just spectacular. The dial is cool. The lume is cool. We're going to have to talk more about both of those in just a second. But this watch is surprising me. Okay, it's surprising me. Real quick, let's just talk about how the world. Where's the camera? We're going to talk about how that world time function works, and then we're going to take a closer look at the dial and especially the map in the center of that dial. Okay, what you're seeing here, guys, is a city ring on the outside of the watch. and then the military or 24-hour time on a rotating ring in the center. It's pulled where the crown is. There's no quick set for the date. Typical with a jumping hour hand, you've got to kind of ratchet it around in 24-hour increments, and you can change your date right there. Okay, let's turn this camera around and take a really close look. Don't forget to stay tuned for the loom. Well, we're going to take a look here, starting with the case back, and you can see it's an exhibition.
It's nice,
case back,
don't you
and
reckon,
the lumen
Mark?
is
Yeah,
beautifully
nice.
decorated. Probably done by machine, but honestly, very nicely done.
Done by machine.
The movement is highly regulated, and you have a 60-hour power reserve. These suckers are quite accurate. Nice scalloped edges on the case back. You need a special tool to get in there, but you're not going to be opening it. There we have a look at the heartbeat of the watch. Also notice how they give you a little bit of room to contact the spring bars on the back in the off chance that you're going to be changing your own strap to a bracelet or something like that. As I mentioned, I really do love this strap. Its configuration is excellent.
Is it leather or rubbery shit, Mark?
Bottom of the strap, you'll see the little metal piece. That's just used to help secure it.
Beautiful.
The really spectacular part of this watch is when we zoom in on this dial. And of course, on the outer ring, you'll notice the cities. The inner ring are the moving 24-hour time zones. That is a titanium plate. Now, to me, it's beautiful. It looks like cloisonné or enamel, fine enamel work back from the French, Russian Revolution eras. But no, it's laser cut titanium. I don't know how they dye and color it, but you can see it has texture, and it's just spectacular. That is really worth the price of admission on this watch. I like it better than the newer version of the Aquaterra. Now, the lume. Okay, so we got to talk about the lume. First, it's strong. It's surprisingly good for a watch of this sort, but hey, the minute hand has that arrow at about the 20 mark, and I find that weird. It's just an arrow. So the lume is strong, but I don't even think it's all that crazy legible, if you ask me. And it's a little hard to orient the watch and figure out where's the 12 and where's the 6. Okay, guys, before I peace out, I just want to thank Nick again over there at exquisitettimepieces.com, Naples, Florida, with a bricks and mortar store, but a wonderful website, exquisitettimepieces.com. Glad to have the opportunity to review some watches that these guys have lent me.
What a beautiful watch, Mark.
Yeah, it's very nice. I just think you would want to buy it at a little bit of a discount.
I want a big fucking discount. Big fucking discount. You don't want to.
It's discontinued now, right? So I can't speak for Exquisite.
They have the green one still, don't they?
There's a whole new model. That dial has been discontinued, and I like I like this better than the current iteration. You know. Anyway, call them up. I'm sure they'd be happy to work with you. Nick at exquisitettimepieces.com. And they have 50 different brands, right? So I think that they would work with you on an Omega because they sell a lot of brands. But nonetheless, this is the one.
That's probably the best Aquaterra. I think that World Time.
That's the one.
Fucking amazing. Because it's, World Time normally is big money. A Vacheron or a Patek is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We got a super chat. Patek Philippe, $5. Archie, can you play the video I sent you to your WhatsApp? Play until you finish your response to the super chat. Okay, let's get this baby up on the screen now.
Now, I have to say one thing about Mark's video. It did something I didn't think was possible.
I was skinnier?
No, you made Mike the Snake appear terse and laconic.
Well, Clyde, I get paid by the minute.
Okay.
Terse and laconic.
What he means is,
I don't even know what those words mean.
He means
Let's have a look at the video. Look at the video.
But you're also talking about the dial. Look at like I said, the difference between this one, the Explorer dial, and just the indices. Big difference. Look at the deep sea dweller.
Yes.
And the James Cameron. I saw the deep sea sitting around for God knows how long, but no one wanted to touch them until the James Cameron blue version came out.
I want to ask you a few things. Sorry.
Super chat.
Look, there's the vacuum.
$10 Canadian.
Yep, I was going to say there's
different colors for different. Okay. Okay, Tanzil's up in the ante here. Archie, the one thing you didn't talk about with your 300 videos on your Scheitling, and I think I might be responsible for calling it the Scheitling, huh?
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It's cool.
was the movement. How do you justify it when a Lion Shark has an ETA 28-24-2 movement as well? Also, it has better depth ratings.
I was actually thinking about this before we went on air, Clive, and the answer is, right, why is the Breitling not a shitter, but a Squally is a shitter? You know what the answer is?
Brand heritage.
Do they have Squally boutiques? Breitling has boutiques.
Squally.
Squally.
So they got to have expensive real estate to just the paucity of the brand. Does that make sense?
Squally.
Right. But didn't Don Haynes said himself that there are definitely 4 classes of ETA movements? Now, is yours officially rated as yours is officially rated as a chronometer, right?
Yes, it is. All Breitlings, actually, all Breitlings now, since about 2000, have been rated as they've been chronometer rated, which is the COSC,
which is the highest rating which is basically the 3rd or the 4th highest rating, or the 1st or the 2nd highest rating I think you can get, right?
Correct.
No, is this the new? Is this the same
Squally
movement?
is not rated as a chronometer, if I'm thinking right.
No, that's correct. That's correct.
Is the Breitling movement the new movement?
I got to be honest with you there, Clive. It's
just a video.
Look, I think this is a very good question. This has opened a can of worms there. It is a problem, Clive. It is a big problem. It is a big problem there. Okay, it is a problem because I mean,
by the way, the Oyster Perpetual I'm looking at, the plain Jane cousin to this one, it has the on it.
Has the what?
I think it's the caliber 1030 1030 movement.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Which even a lot of movement fanboys talk about the historical significance of it. Now, Der Stiefel, Super Chat, Der Stiefel, keep the Polar, Speedy, and Reverso, sell the rest.
The Polar and the Reverso. Okay.
And the Speedy. So sell 4 out of the 7. You know,
keep the Polar. What did he say to keep?
Keep the Polar.
Yep. Explorer 2. Speedy.
And the Reverso. Sell the rest.
That's a pretty good classic Clivers there. Geez, we had good fun, Clivers.
Now, Clive, were you laconic and terse there, or were you blah, 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 blah?
I would say, compared to you.
I don't know. Yes, compared to me. Go ahead.
Compared to you, it's a fucking telegram. Stop.
Like I told you, Archie, Clyde can be a little bit of a cunt, but your best bet is to just agree with him because you cannot win an argument. And he's so lovable.
Very, very, very clever.
He is. And you can't win an argument, so you just agree with him. But you get a shot in right before and right after you agree with him. That's what I do. Right, Clydesy?
Yes. And by the way, guys, welcome to the era of peak Archie.
Peak. Oh, what was that, like 5 years ago? Clyde, how old is this video?
I don't know. I'm still vaping. I still have my vacuum cleaner.
Squally.
Yes.
Hisham, he still had the softcore portrait of
this is pre-COVID, Clivers.
God, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Did you guys ever hear the story of Hisham and his perpetual calendar, or was it an annual calendar? Clyde, is it an annual calendar or a perpetual calendar? The one that he sold to Dubai and what happened thereafter?
I think it was an anal colander.
Okay, so is it Archie? Do you know about Hisham's?
Actually, no, I don't even know about it. So go ahead.
You do. You have to know about it. It's discussed on the Cardinals group. He just put a picture of it up.
Yeah. Okay. Just now, earlier. I mean, just
Well, not that long ago. In the last couple of days, Archie, I want to show you.
Sometimes I step away. I'm actually doing my job, and I look. It's like how many things are on the chat?
Well, I'm semi-retired, so I got nothing to do.
437. Like,
yeah. Okay. Look. This is Hisham's. Oh, you can't see me, Arch. I wanted to make myself known.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, put me up for a quick sec.
Yeah.
This is Hisham's wrist. What watch is that?
5960 Patek Philippe.
Okay, so Hisham buys this watch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you remember now, Clyde, what happened?
No, I know he got it, but yeah, because
Well, he got it, and then he went nuts because he started thinking like, look at the font for the. Hang on. The font for the day.
Yeah.
And for the month, it started looking like squished and weird to him.
Yeah.
And so he had one of those moments where he found like the fatal flaw in a watch that he otherwise loved, right? So he called back the AD and he said, I don't want it. I don't want it. And they said, okay, you're a very good customer. We'll take care of it. Just ship us the watch. We'll resell it and we'll pay you back. And so Hisham did that. And 2 weeks after the AD called and said that it was sold, Hisham started to miss it. And so he called the AD and he weaseled the information about where it was sold to, and it was sold to a wealthy guy, a watch collector in Dubai. And as you know, Sham lives in an undisclosed location in a bunker somewhere in India, and made out of marble with multiple floors and a tea walla and a gardener and a bodyguard. Anyway, so Hisham gets the email address to the dude in Dubai. I'm being laconic and terse, Clyde, and he sends like 25 emails. I'm not shitting you.
FaceTime audio, Hisham Habib.
He sent 25 videos, 25 emails within the space of 2 weeks, and he basically badgered the guy into selling it back to him. And the guy upcharged it, and then Hisham bought his watch back for more than he originally paid for it.
How much did you lose? How much was the difference between the dealer paid?
It was a difference. I couldn't tell you exactly what. But anyway, now he posted this picture. He's loving it, right? He's loving it. He's so happy to have it. But he posts this picture, and I go, Hisham, don't you think that like the font is like weirdly squished? I'm like, fuck. So Clyde, when you get on the Cardinals next, go, hey Hisham, about that Patek, about your annual calendar. It looks nice, but don't you think that font is weird? Like, can you stand to look at that font?
No. Well, okay, wait, okay.
He'll sell it again.
I'm gonna go. All right.
He'll sell it again. He's so easily, he's easily skeeved out. And so he loves that watch, but he's easily upset. I think we have another super chat, guys.
Super chat. Where have you been? Patek Philippe $2. Sounds like Archie's story with the 505.
Good.
Well, in my case, I needed the money, but it was, unfortunately, it's no longer with me. I wish that watch was, but hey.
Yeah. Hey, something's with your mic, Archie. Get a little closer, maybe.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
better.
Your mic works better when you're close.
Yeah.
For sure.
And when you
it
don't
really falls apart quickly when the distance happens.
When you get distance, when you open envelopes, and when you eat potato chips, those are
bad things.
Right, Mikey?
Yeah. And or open envelopes apparently
also,
when I do it.
Yes, exactly.
Jeez, I mean, I guess my hearing's so bad too.
What?
You know what? I made an appointment today to go see a hearing specialist. I may be next time I'm on in a week or so. You might see me with actual hearing aids, like the real ones that fit behind your ear and have batteries you got to change out every 4 hours. And because I mean, that's how bad my hearing is for real.
Super chat.
Yeah, but on the 22nd, I got an appointment, so I'll find out.
Sorry. Super chat.
We did it. We did it already.
Okay.
We did it already.
Oh, it must be time to go. Time to go, guys.
Hey, Marky, we love you here. We love you here.
Is it Marcelo or is it Doc? You never know with this.
Doc. That's Doc.
That's what's so funny.
Could be Marcelo. You don't know until he talks. We don't know. Who are you, Blues Brothers Avatar? Who are you?
Oh, it's me.
All right, good. I was worried.
You love the Doc. You love vintage. How are you going there, Doc? What do you think? Mike's got his Porsche. What do you think?
No, I think it's a good thing. You know, I
Yep.
mean, I certainly, you know, I hope he's ready to love every moment of frustration and continue to
Absolutely.
fix it up.
Yeah. I'm going in eyes wide open. You know,
Yeah.
like
It's going to be a labor of love. So
yeah,
you know, hopefully,
absolutely. And
hopefully
and
you're
if
going to
it
love
becomes
the.
a nightmare, it becomes a nightmare, and then it's another life experience that I experience. You know, good or bad. But I've already owned and raced Porsches before, so I'm fairly versed in them. And this
But this
one's
is your first 911, though.
it's my first 911, but
Did you say raced or raised?
they used a lot of the suspension components that were translated right over onto the 914. Like the front suspension is identical. It's well, actually,
Super chat. Where have you been? Patek Philippe, $5. Mark, how many cardinals can Archie name?
Archie can name 5 cardinals. Let's go. 5. I say he.
Rancher.
You started with
Markey Goldberg. Blue Shirt Buddha. Posthumous.
You know, I
Post-mortem.
would allow him into it. I would, yes, I would agree.
Yeah.
I would say
Posthumously awarded, Clyde, but yes.
Yes.
Jin Tingler.
How many is that?
4. And
You need
finally, Hisham Habibi.
There we go.
Hisham.
Did you list Tanzil?
No, but he only needed 5. And he's won the bet, you know.
Okay, well, no, you saw Mark, how many cardinals can Archie? Okay.
And Tanzil is the CEO now. He's above cardinal status.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
He's assistant. You know what? He's Pope Emeritus, like when there were 2 popes.
No.
Yeah.
He's the cardinal. He's the cardinal in charge of the bank.
He's the cardinal who's getting ready to kill the Pope to become Pope. Didn't that happen?
Or the anti-pope.
Antifa
Pope. The Antifa Pope. Yeah.
Habemos Pludendum Polski. We had white.
I'm kind of surprised you weren't inviting Crappy in there.
Well, Crappy's not a cardinal.
Bite your effing tongue. Oh yeah, Doc BBW. I think Doc's a cardinal.
Of course he is.
I didn't think chiropractors were allowed.
Well, we made an exception in your case because, you know, you actually have that graduate degree of DC.
Well, actually,
I only have a BA.
We had rules, but we made an adjustment.
We did.
That's a nice touch.
Thank you.
Touch.
I'm slow here. Are we referring to kind of like hierarchy kind of thing?
We were making jokes, Mike.
Archie. Just another one I didn't get.
Blooper chat.
Blooper chat.
Here we go. Super chat. Where have you been? Patek Philippe, $5. Archie, you had a sweet gig with Clivers reading those super chats back in the day. 99.9% efficiency versus a generous 20% today. Ooh.
Actually, no, he wasn't reading the super chats. He was just cashing the checks. I was reading the super chats.
I think it's direct deposit, Clyde. You wouldn't know because your super chat money is like lost in the ether.
That's true.
You know, you should tell that story someday. That's a hell of a story.
Yes.
But it is yours to tell, not
Thank
mine.
you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And I got to tell you something. It's pretty.
I really only came on to talk about my wheel repairs.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, please.
Because I have aluminum rims on my BMW and my M3, and they're 19-inch, which means there's not a lot of rubber. And when I took them in for new tires, both of them turned out to be cracked.
No. How did they repair them?
I had to find somebody who would repair them, and I managed to. They're also chromed, so the repairs were done very carefully.
Welding and re-chroming?
No, with an angle grind.
Luckily the repairs were on the inner aspect of the rim, so
Yes.
it was far enough away from the chrome that the chrome wasn't impacted. At least not visually.
But then you realize, man, you can do a lot of stuff with an angle grinder.
Why don't, Clyde, are you going to take Pavel wants to know if you're going to take an angle grinder to the wheels on your SL, which he thinks are beautiful.
I love those wheels. I didn't know they were original.
Yeah,
Are they? They were.
They look original.
Yep.
Yeah, and big chrome like that is really retro, and you know, big patches of chrome were hard to do really perfectly. You know,
Mike, can you tell us all about the ins and outs of welding aluminum?
Well, you know,
sorry, hold it,
Yeah.
Mark.
yes, I can, but I won't because
Mark,
takes too
sorry.
long.
Let me. Mike, can you tell us about the ins and outs of welding aluminum?
Clyde,
Now my hearing's blown out.
Clyde, you are very sensitive to Mike's disability. Thank you for
Clyde, since you're acting as the interpreter for the hearing impaired, our top story tonight.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Our top story tonight.
Garrett Morris. I've become the Garrett Morris of the group.
That was
You're
right out of
Garrett
SNL. Lemon Curly Super Chat. Lemon Curly.
here we go. Lemon Curly, $10. Archie, show or talk about your crappy appearance. You have a perfect panel for some historical insight, please. I got to tell you, Crappy, he is such a fucking negative downer. He's a Debbie Downer, isn't he? That guy is
He's like
eternal. He just...
He's like Ambien.
Now, Archie, could you do me a favor? Could you kind of rearrange the people in the panel just a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who are you talking about that's a downer?
Actually, Archie, could you put yourself on the mic?
Sorry?
Listen,
It's Crappy. Crappy. He used to be his original name was Crappy Watches and Cheap Whores, but then he changed
That's
that.
right.
It's a little long to Crappy
now-
Luxury.
You know, I heard a rumor that Marilyn Monroe killed herself by listening to his live stream.
Okay.
Now, could you put
Just
yourself-
to confirm who we were talking about, because sometimes I'm like oblivious.
Specifically the cat litter
I'm
episode.
doing what I do best, man. Like
He's-
I'm not getting it. And
No, he said he heard a rumor that Marilyn Monroe killed herself after listening to Crappy's live stream.
Crappy's the guy who did a video trying to dox
That's
me.
great,
That's
man.
Crappy. That's Crappy.
Yeah, he tried zeroing in on your precise Costco, which is
There's a super chat.
Which really is irrelevant. You know, come on. Do you really need to know which Costco I'm at?
exactly.
Do you want me to read the super chat, Archie?
Yes, sir. Please do. Read the super chat there. We got a super chat from GB, $2. Mike the Snake, what does your brother think of the 930? That's right. His brother was very critical. Has he changed his opinion? Yes, no, maybe.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Hey, Mike the Snake, what does your brother think of the 930?
No translations needed anymore after this. Okay, thank you very much. He thinks it looks very nice.
Clyde, he said he thinks it looks very nice.
Yeah.
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Dane, you ignorant slut.
Jeez.
Are you okay,
That's
Mike?
great,
Are you
man.
breathing all right?
Yeah. I'm hyperventilating, man. I got to grab a paper bag.
Yes, please. We'll just breathe into that hat.
I didn't know your brother had any objections to the 930. I thought he was all in happy about that.
There was. Well, I'm not getting into that, man. I just
Okay.
fucking.
Well, hopefully he'll get over it. He'll get over it.
The 930 is done. It's done deal, man. I got the title. It's done. So
Actually, that's true.
you
It
know.
doesn't matter if he gets over it.
I'm like just not talking about my brother.
Yeah,
you know.
separate lives. Everybody does their thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's made
Exactly.
investments that you say, I'm not sure that's a good one there, but he does it anyway. Because,
No, I did this on my own with everybody saying, I think this is a really bad idea and another one of your bad decisions. And I said, well, hey,
Don't you just hate it when they say another one of
your
yours? Don't you just hate it? Don't you? Mikey! don't you just hate it when they say, "Is this another one of your really bad decisions?" I fucking hate
Mikey, Archie said it. Don't you hate it?
that. Mikey, don't
Yeah,
you
it's
hate
not
it when
good
they
to hear.
say,
It's not good to hear.
why do they just automatically think every decision you make is another one of your bad decisions?
Because
Well,
their
you know, I
their
know-
view of like what with the way things turned out, like is that I made bad decisions resulting to that, but most of them happened more due to the fires, and so they claim like, well, you know, you had to get rid of this and you had to get rid of that, and I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I went from hero to zero overnight. Before that, I was doing great, and so
Do they agree
You
with
know,
that or not? Or they have a
well,
different
they-
opinion?
yeah, I mean,
What do they say? Yes or no?
Well, you know,
well,
Archie,
that's my reply, and they go, "Oh, okay, yeah, I understand. I guess."
no,
at that
Archie,
point.
you know what Mike's response to his brother was?
What's that?
What?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I haven't had any discussions whatsoever with my brother. It's all been so hearing impaired that I couldn't hear what he said.
Who here on this panel is the black sheep of their panel? Raise your hands.
Yeah.
There we go. Come on, Mike.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go take my mom for a cigarette break, and I'm gonna leave.
Wait a
now.
minute. Who's smoking the cigarette? Your mom?
My mom. She still smokes. I know it's
Wow.
terrible. Well, but not for long. She didn't smoke forever, and she went on a cruise and then came back like 6 months, 8 months ago, smoking again. And she's 85, 86, and it's like,
Well, you
know,
got to be
she's-
careful because in 30 years she might get cancer.
Right?
yeah, exactly. Well,
Mike.
that's why we decided not to give her crap about
Yeah,
it.
I
Why
mean,
don't
you
you
know.
hide? Just Mikey, listen.
You know.
She's how old is she?
She's like 84, 85 now, I
Well,
think.
you could hide her cigarettes and just tell her she smoked them all.
Well, she's still lucid enough to like still, you know. She's all here, man. She's 100%. She can still drive the car.
Would
takes
she
the car
notice
out.
if you cut like a half inch off of each of the cigarettes?
You know,
Um,
you can't drive the
The
car.
point of
anymore.
the statement
no,
I
she
made
smokes in a
it's
really weird way. She smokes a half a cigarette and then puts it out and takes a little break, and then she relights a half cigarette with the cherry knocked off, which, by the way, if you were ever a smoker, which I was,
Yeah, it eats
is
up a lot of the cigarettes.
the worst, but the relight
Taste is
of a
bad.
cigarette is the worst.
Tastes
I
bad.
mean, it's almost. Yeah. Anyways,
the reason I made the statement I made is because at 85 she's earned the ability to smoke and eat as much food with cholesterol as she wants to.
Absolutely, and her numbers are doing fine, but she is being treated right now for cancer of pancreas and liver and kidneys, which
You see
don't really
there,
have
Doc?
much to
See
do with
what you did?
smoking.
You
No.
accelerated her schedule, Doc. You got
Look.
you got the numbers wrong.
Let me, Mike. She can't drive out to get cigarettes if her car suddenly gets on fire.
Oh Jesus!
I
I feel like we should just
tonight. People have been making some digs on me that go all the way back to the very beginning, and it's like, dude, okay, liar.
Fuck, that's nasty.
and
That's so
fucking
nasty,
people
man.
giving me shit about the Pantera. Like that was
Mikey
3
just
fucking
Mikey
years
just-
ago,
Just put them in
and it's
time out.
like,
Time
come
out.
on, man. Jesus
Time out.
Christ.
Mike-
He who threw the first stone, you know, what did Jesus say? He who cast the first stone.
Jesus said
you
it
know,
hurts.
I
he
think
who-
he
he
said
who
to
has
you,
not
Clyde,
sinned-
Jesus. He said to you, Jesus, what did you say?
He who has not sinned cast the first stone. Shut up, man. He
I
said
that he who was without blame cast the first stone.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Okay,
So-
Monty Python in the Life of Brian.
We need Graham Chapman right about now to step in and say,
Yeah.
too silly, too silly. This is just too silly.
Oh, by the way, do you guys remember Mr. Creosote?
Yes.
No.
Monty Python. And
I remember Creosote. That was a good product.
No, we're talking about a Monty Python skit called Mr. Creosote. And I urge all of your...
I'm going to have to look it up.
Look it up. It's on YouTube. It's Monty Python, Mr. Creosote. You want the long version, the full skit's about 6-8 minutes.
One little myth.
Mr. Creosote by Monty
Have you ever heard of the Kids in the Hall?
It's wafer thin. That's where, remember, it's wafer thin. That's where that comes from. It comes from that skit, Mr. Creosote. And
Kids in the Hall, that's a Canadian group of comedians.
Yeah, they have a classic skit where it's called "How to Escape Being Attacked by a Bear in the Woods."
Yes.
And it is one of the funniest videos, especially probably if you're a gay guy. Mark,
We should
you'd
probably
love it.
save that for when Bear comes back, though, right?
Oh,
or maybe get it out of the way before he comes back, so there's no
animosity.
It's that
animosity
bad?
or
maybe
tell
so
him.
then.
But yeah, Mark, do you know about the Kids in the Hall? The how to get away from a bear in the woods. It's just the most hilarious video ever produced, almost.
Was a bear shit in the woods?
No, it's the Kids in the Hall. How to escape from being attacked by a bear in the woods, and it's all about this guy as he's telling you how to
Squish your head. Squish your head.
Yeah.
Squishing your head. Squishing your
Anyways, check it out. It's funny.
No.
Sounds it.
No,
Mark.
Watch it, Mark. It's really fucking funny, man. No. It's like you're falling back in the back of your chair.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey,
Mikey, I got a question. How long does oil last in a bottle, in a container? How long would oil?
I've asked that. They give it like a 1 to 2 year shelf life on average for like high end oils, but I'm sure oil will last longer than that if sealed really well and kept in like stable conditions.
Sure.
Is this for your BMW?
If only there was a place where we could go and ask these questions and get them answered.
Like a car forum or something.
You can't.
We got a bad connection there. Who's got the bad connection?
Yeah, my connection's dying out completely. I'm gonna bid you all adieu.
Mate, congratulations before you go, Mike.
Can we get an update on the 930, Mike?
He's getting it. He's got it tomorrow. He's getting it tomorrow. It's when are you driving it home?
Probably Monday, unless something happens earlier. But yeah, tomorrow or over the weekend. Probably nothing will happen, and then Monday, yeah.
I'm teasing because the first part of the show, all there was Mike singing. So
because the deal's been done, the paperwork is done. The car is registered in my name. I have the title. Gotcha. It's my car. I have the certificate of authenticity.
You got the box and papers and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing about the 930: when it's screaming in Mike's ear, he'll know it's on.
That's a deaf joke, by the way. Just so you, that's a deaf joke.
I caught that. As deaf as I am.
That's a deaf joke.
Yeah. So, anyways, good night, everybody.
Good night, Mike.
See you later, Mike.
See you tomorrow.
Congratulations on the Porsche.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Mike.
I'll let you
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Mike.
Bye, Mark. Mark.
Mike.
Mark.
Mike.
Mark.
Mike. Mikey.
He's a lot of fun, isn't he? A lot of fun.
He's a hell of a good sport.
He is.
He's very good.
He takes a licking and keeps on ticking. We gotta love Mike.
Hey, I want to ask you. I want to ask Rancher. Rancher, now that you got the Mercedes, don't you think you need? I tell you what, you need to get. You need to buy, Rancher. You need to buy yourself a Rolex. You need to get yourself that day date back. That's speaking of Rolexes. You need to get back. You need a day date.
I feel like you need to color TV.
So what you need to do is read the super chat.
Super chat. Yankee Doodle, $5. I bet the Honda Civic doesn't need more oil. Another bad decision. Thank you.
Welcome to the bad decision.
Doc BBW. Hey, Doc. How are you?
That was a mistake on my part.
We love you, Doc. You know this? We really do love you. We had a great show. Isn't it been a great show chatting? Isn't this just a bunch of guys talking watches?
Throwback show, actually. To a large extent.
Okay, now, real guys, on average, conventional motor oil lasts about 5 years on the shelf in unopened containers. semi-synthetic or synthetic motor oils will last 7 to 8 years.
You know, Archie, I do love a good show about oil and a bunch of guys. I mean, this is like my kind of...
No, but I know for you what the high point of the conversation.
Well, it's all, you know, tell me more about oil, Clyde. You know, the men want to hear more.
Archie, can you switch Mark and, well, actually, could you switch places with, okay, now can you switch places with BBW?
You want me to be on top of you, Clyde? Clyde, you want me on top? Is that what it is?
No, Archie, tell Mark again how you're a bottom feeder.
Now you look.
You're a bottom feeder.
You look up, Archie, and I look down.
You're a bottom feeder.
Hey. Now you wave up.
I'm starting to get a little dizzy myself.
All right. Let me tell you what. No, wait. You know, this guy. I can't find you, Clyde. I want to like knock you out of the way, but I can't find you.
You're swatting and hitting through.
It's like flies. You can't isolate the one you want to get.
Is anybody?
It's really good to hear Mikey's happy, isn't he? Happy until it starts to really cost him money.
Yes, it's nice.
Well, that's
It's nice to know that Mike is happy.
When it starts costing him money.
It's nice to know that Mike is happy and that Mark is gay.
And that Clyde's got an opinion on the shelf life of WD 10W40.
So that Mike can clearly hear it when Clyde's around.
What can you hear?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a lot of fun.
God damn it, Doc. Are you still using, that iPhone 3G? Is that why you keep breaking up?
Oh, am I breaking up again?
Yes.
You guys sound fine.
What? I'm sure you sound fine to yourself, but we're listening. What kind of phone do you have, Doc?
Look, he's got network problems. Doc, I keep telling you, every once in a while, you have to get wax and go over the string again.
Very few people are going to understand what you're talking about, Clyde. Very, very few. Super chat.
I have an SE, I'll have you know.
An iPhone SE.
Super chat. Patek Philippe, $5. Instead of reading 70 Patel super chats, can you thank the other super chatters and some of the viewers in the chat? Thanks. Okay.
That makes sense, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So let's go through the non-Patel ones. Yankee Doodle, Dirk Diggler, Spinnaker, Dirk Diggler, Chili Badger, Neo, Little Dave, Dirk Diggler, Chili Badger, Showcase Watches, Dirk Diggler, Mr. Zoso, Showcase Watches. We had Neo, Bobby Digital, Starchy, Ken Fresno, Mr. C, Curly, Lemon Curly, GB, Yankee Doodle, and that was it. There we go. Look at that. Record time.
And Patel Philippe. Hey, do not forget Patel Philippe.
It's been great fun. I got to tell you, I've been playing around with some straps. I love the straps on that. That's the one I got from Timely. Super chat. Tough love, $2. The dumbing down of the human race. You I'm saying? You know why I'm saying?
We know. Oh, we know. And what's our standard response to a question like that, guys? Oxley State High. Archie got me to join the Oxley State High Facebook group.
Yes.
And I infiltrated as though I were a graduate. The people were extremely nice there.
Yes.
But Archie, you and I quickly got thrown out for trolling the group.
Yeah.
Part of the problem was one of your buddies tried to kill himself by jumping out of a basement window, and you mentioned that right in the right in the group chat.
Yeah.
For Oxley. It's pretty. It's a real hard way to go, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I must take my leave, and I would like to say the following to all of you. I love you guys. Thank you for having me.
I love you, Marky. I love you, Marky.
I love you. I love you. You know this?
You're a good guy. I love you. Rancher, it's me and you here on the stream.
Just like the old days.
They were good. They were good days. They were the best of times.
You know, I actually had fun tonight. This was fun. Mike is a hell of a good sport. I will grant him that.
And do you see something interesting you and Mike have got in common? Bit of vintage classic motoring, and you guys are happy fuckers. There you go, guys. That's the moral of the story. If you've been holding out on your dream car, maybe start looking for it. It'll make you happy. Did you ever think you'd own an SL? Like I remember when those fucking things came out. That was like
I never thought I'd ride in a Mercedes. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Well, you don't have a Mercedes. You've got a fucking SL. Like it's not just a 190E. This is a proper fucking luxury Mercedes. This is heart-to-heart sort of Mercedes. Remember heart-to-heart?
Oh yeah, I actually do. No, that's no, that's Charlie's Angels. Shit.
Remember heart-to-heart Robert Wagner? He was so cool.
Powers.
Stephanie, Pat, they had Mercedes Roadsters each.
Okay. No, I would like to say one thing. I was thinking about something. It's like, you know, if it were me, I know how I would. I just got the ultimate zinger for this one, and I'm surprised no one thought of this and thrown this at me. I'm actually just really I'm disappointed, guys. Now, if someone sends a super $20 super chat, I'll share this. I'll share this.
Okay, Jackie. Clive, I got to tell you, man, you got the Mercedes. They were fucking expensive. I remember when they came out.
Yeah.
Late 80s, I think. 89, because that was my last 90?
89.
When did the R109 come out? I
can't remember the R109, but it was prior to that.
It's the R129
right
come out.
89 to 2000.
Yeah, 89, because that was my last year of high school. My last year of high school, and they came from it was replaced by the R230 in 2002 for the 2003 model year. That's right. So there you go. So I loved them. They were so fucking beautiful. I remember the ad they had for them. You could flip them, and that retractable safety thing would flip up. Remember that?
Yep.
Beautiful car.
Flip them, or you could just do it. You could also.
What's it? Is it a handling car or is it a straight line cruiser? What's it excel at?
Kind of tough. I'd say it's more of a roadster.
Okay.
Or sorry, a touring car, because.
Are you going to do Route 66 in it, Clivers?
The trouble is there's part of like the Turner Turnpike, and at one point at the far end around Tulsa, it's like four lanes in both in each direction, and we basically kind of refer to it as the Oklahoma Autobahn. So it's one of those things. You get on it, you realize you're on the 4 lanes, and even the speed limit, the posted speed limit's 80, and there's no cops around. You start looking around like, Of course, I would never suggest going above the speed limit.
Of course, Clivers. The thing is, you sound really happy that you got this car. Can I say that? I don't know what it is. I mean, these fucking things, they depreciate like shit, right? Like,
no, actually, I would.
Yours isn't too bad. It's lost its money. That lost all its money. All you got to do is keep the upkeep up. If you maintain it and keep it going, it's never going to be that much of a horror story.
Exactly.
And does it really matter if you have a few expensive repairs? You don't have depreciation.
No, it's already taken the massive hit. It's just like it's not like I paid top money. But But every time you see something, there's tons of stuff about it. And guess what it's all about? It's just like, why isn't this car appreciating more? Because the only real pain.
I got to be honest with you. I prefer the 129 to the replacements after it. They're not as high quality.
No, and the thing is, that's why you go on YouTube right now and see R129 and the videos. You'll basically half of them are entitled "Peak Mercedes."
Yeah, exactly right. Clive, I'm just so happy you're having fun, man. That's what I love. You're having fun. You're enjoying life. And I was the idiot who said that you should buy. Just hang on there. Thank you. I was the idiot who said that you should buy an apartment. What sort of fucking idiot was I, Clive?
Well,
buy a Mercedes. Buy a 20-year-old Mercedes and have fucking fun.
Well, here's the thing. In normal,
as you said to me, Arch, I'm not going to live forever. Actually, you're pretty right. None of us are going to live forever. We're not going to be vampires. You know what I mean?
I'm going to knock because I'm not going to say, because you know where I've ended up this time of year every time for like the last 3 years. I'm not even going to say it this time. I'm not even going to mention the H word because I'm terrified to even mention it.
Yes.
I'll wait till March. But if you buy real estate right now, you're basically tied into it.
Clive, you've got something better than real estate. You got something called happiness.
Yeah. Actually.
Remember, it's what that bitch of an ex-wife took out of you in the divorce.
Oh. I tell you what, when her ass hit the state line, it's like the clouds parted for my life. Okay, GB, here's the thing. Interest rates were cheap, should have gotten in. That is correct. But you're trapped because if you sell that and you've got all this equity and you're paying it on like you're supposed to.
Do you know why governments want you to buy a house? Do you know why?
Because all your money's tied up into the property.
It stops you being transient. You cannot suddenly say, I'm going to go and live somewhere else. Oh, hang on a minute. I got a mortgage payment I got to make. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? This is the whole reason. And I'm not saying it's a bad reason.
Well, it's not.
The funny thing is,
it's not. It's not exactly for our best interest. I think a lot of times it's for their best interest. If you think, and guys, and I don't want to get political, but if you think that either political party gives a shit about you or you're delusional.
100. We're allowed to have equal hatred for both sides, Clive.
No, our entire system is just corrupt.
But democracy, I'll be honest with you, a democracy is probably the best system to have. What do you want? Do you want to have China's system?
Well, except for
seriously, I understand what you're saying, but what do you want to have? China's system? Is that better? Would that be better? You want a military dictator? General Franco style?
He's still dead.
I know, but that's what I mean. Do you want a guy like that?
I think there needs to be some serious changes to our democracy, though. At this point, it's government by the rich for the entitled.
It's always been that way, Clyde. It's situation normal.
It used to be a lot better. It wasn't nearly this bad as it was.
But Clive, let's put it this way: a middle class attorney can buy a dream Mercedes. Life's not too bad there. Okay, life is not bad at all, Clive.
Well, that's the other thing. Frankly, even I fear if the orange one comes back. The 2024 election, I'm terrified either way. But at the same time, I have to admit, as an older white guy, I don't have the most to worry about either way. I'm probably the safest either way.
It'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Clivers, we love you guys. That's the show for today. We will be back tomorrow. Big thank you to Tanzio. Guys, have fun. Actually, Clivers, I was actually going to go and wash my BMW today. It's been a bit rainy. I'd like to give it a bit of a wash because I waxed it, but I didn't get a chance to take all the wax off. I thought I might give it a clean and I can then go over it and remove any excess wax.
Get a good ceramic. Do it now.
Thank you, Clivers. I love you. See you later, guys. That was a good show. Clive,